There we go. We're live. No,
Right.
I'm looking a bit. How are we all doing?
Oh, great.
We're right down there at Gatwick.
Yeah. Did you go to the
We
pub?
feel great over here.
Did you go to the pub for it, Budge?
Sorry, bud.
He asked if you went to the pub.
Oh gosh, yeah, definitely. But the only trouble was over here they didn't show the bloody game on TV. It weren't on BT. It weren't on Sky.
Oh no.
It weren't on Amazon. I had to stream it to my phone and watch it in the pub on my phone with my earphones on, and everybody thought I was an absolute lunatic when I'm shouting, "Go on!" Yeah, I must have looked like a complete fool. But yeah, it was good. And then when Yarmolenko scored, I think my phone did about 7 somersaults, and because I just literally jumped up. I mean, I had my earphones plugged into it. I had the phone on the table, and the goal went in, and I've jumped up and I'm started running around the bloody pub, and the phone's following me on the end of my earphones, and then it fell off, and it was just complete mess. But yeah, it was great. I loved it. I am absolutely buzzing like a nun's pocket.
You couldn't have scripted that any better for him to come on and then to get a goal like that with all that's going on. That was pretty awesome.
It was beautiful. Absolutely written in the stars, mate.
Exactly. I tweeted out saying, like, imagine you're a footballer and you then you end up going out with a long-term injury. You come back and the fans are giving you stick. Then you've got something terrible going on in your home country you can't do anything about. And then you come on and do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's just, what a moment.
Yeah, it's dream come true moments, isn't it? You know, and
it was
we've
beautiful.
had quite a few of them in the last few years,
couple of years or so. Game.
Well, that's exactly right, Lucas. You know, and to hear that from an American chap makes my heart flutter. Love it. So, were we all buzzing before the game? I mean, that's the main question. How did you feel before the game, lad? Because I was bloody nervous.
If you would have asked me like a month ago, because like obviously we all look down the line at our fixtures, I would have been like, "That's not a must 3 points," but like the way we were playing,
like
the form, or not even a month ago. Let's say like a month and a half when we were doing all right. It's one of those matches I look at. We should. Like, I'm looking to get 3 points. But coming in today, Villa's won 3 in a row on the bounce.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I would have taken a draw, honestly. Because they're
exactly. You sort of go into the game, happy to get a point. Yeah.
They're a decent side. Yeah. They set up practically the same as us in a slightly different formation. But again, today shows why. And I feel Villa fans will probably feel the same way as us. They probably don't like when they possess the ball a whole lot because they get opened up like a can of worms. And I would say when we do it, we don't get opened up as bad as that. But like we still don't feel as confident when we're bossing possession and have to put our foot on the other opponent's necks.
Mm-hmm.
We like the match
a
to
lot
come to
more
us.
creative when we're not on the ball.
Yes,
we're a lot more creative.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
I just want to point out, lads, that I was in the pub earlier and I was representing.
There we go.
There we
go. Nice.
West Ham random.
Awesome.
You know, I've been representing all day. Gotta love it.
We got to get your name on the. We got to get your name on the back with.
I got a question for you, boys. Oh yeah, I've got my name on the front. Look, little bit of budgie going on up here. Look.
Yeah, other side. Yep, there it is. Yeah.
Here we go. Little bit of budgie going on up there. I've got a question for you, boys, and we're gonna go round. We're gonna go round like clockwork. So, Reece, first of all, man of the match.
It's got to be Yarmolenko in it. Because I would say Benrahma, because if you hear, a player got 2 assists,
it's your choice, man.
You would say it's the player that got 2 assists, but where Benrahma was pretty shocking until he got his first assist, I'm going to have to go with Yarmolenko, because he came on and changed the game. He literally came on and changed the game, so I'm going Yarmolenko.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair play. That's a fair shout. And, you know, props to you for that, Reece, because, like, at the end of the day, Yarmolenko came on and changed the game. Completely changed the game. So, fair play. What are you saying, Lucas?
Just for the occasion, I mean, it's got to be Andrei Yarmolenko.
There's the man.
Absolute
Get your
beautiful.
ass on here.
Yeah, Pete, stop taking my pick.
I mean, what happened today was absolutely beautiful. I was really hoping we got stuck in at the end. It was a good goal from Jacob Ramsey too, but I was getting really nervous that we were gonna bottle something special again. And I mean,
my stomach at the end, my stomach was the same way. I was feeling great up until the end, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I started having my heart attack.
And again, like he's
I
not
thought
going to
it
be
was
a player.
Aaron Ramsey when he kept saying Ramsey.
He's not going to be a player for us in a few more
I'll
months.
give you 2 seconds, guys.
I've always, I mean, when you watch him play for Ukraine, he obviously has quality, but like once Moyes came in, he clearly didn't rate him, and he's been fighting for I don't even want to say fighting for a spot, but just trying to find his role, I guess, under Moyes. But
yeah,
I'm happy he was able to do what he did today in such a unfortunate time. It was very powerful
and such
very,
a poignant
very awesome.
moment for him.
Yeah,
that celebration was
and up until today, Lucas, he only played 87 minutes of Premiership football.
In like
less than the full game. Yeah.
Well, he only brings him.
He's only played 87 minutes of Premiership football this season. Yeah.
Well, was that
That's
before
less
the match
than the whole
or including this match?
Before today.
Before today.
Yeah.
Right,
so he's added another 34 minutes to it now, because that's what he had, wasn't it? 33 minutes. Okay, so Lawrence, same question to you, buddy. Who's your man of the match, mate?
You know, they all said Yarmo, which I would have came for, but I'm going to really go with Fabianski today because Fab. I mean, I think we controlled Villa, but when they did have shots on goal, Charlie. But when they did have shots on goal, he made at least two goal savers.
I thought Fabianski was absolutely class today.
So I have to give it to him.
And yet, between the final whistle and today and now, where we're on stream, I've heard 3 different people say that Fabianski needs replacing.
I don't think replacing is the right word for me, but everyone that's been Fabianski, get Areola in, Areola should be starting. The whole season, Fabianski has proved time and time again that he should still be our number 1, and Areola has not done enough to replace him. It's the same argument with like Vlasic, Benrahma, Vlasic. One of them hasn't really proved to anyone which one should start, and it's almost the same with Areola, Fabianski, but Fabianski time and time again just proves why he's the number 1.
Hey, Lucas, I got a question for you on that. Is Fabianski's of the critics? Is it mainly of how he gets the ball up the pitch, passing around? What's it? Because
everyone has their different they're different triggers when it comes to positions. Like me personally, I could give 2 shits less how my goalkeeper distributes the ball. I want him to stop goals from going in.
Yeah, exactly.
But on the other side, I get it because the game's always changing, especially when you see players like Ramsdale, Ederson, Allison, like being able to just ping balls.
They can be game changers, can't they, Lucas? You know?
Yeah.
But I want to bring Charlie in because he ain't said anything yet. Where are you, Charlie? Are you still there with us?
I think he's gone down the shop.
Okay, right. Carry on, Lucas. Sorry, mate.
But that could be a reason why a lot of people rather see Areola, but like I don't know, Fabianski to me just proves time and time again why he shouldn't be dropped. And I mean, if
Yeah.
you're
for
big
me,
into
I
distribution,
think
that's you.
Fabianski is our.
Yeah, I'm good. You got it.
Yeah, I think that Fabianski is definitely 100% our Premiership goalkeeper. 100%. He's done nothing that would make me as a fan, or even if I was some kind of manager or coach or whatever at a club, I would not be calling for Fabianski to leave the place right now. I believe that Fabianski has done enough to retain his place for the rest of this season and hopefully into next, because I think he's been absolutely.
And even if so, Fabianski will be a world-class backup option in terms of
for
backup.
sure, as he's getting older. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
It's just the fact he's getting older. It's just the fact he's getting older.
Right.
Yeah. But then you got to look at like the likes of Peter Schmeichel and
Arsenal son of a bitch.
Barthez. I mean, look, how old was Barthez when he
I hate to
when
say
he
it
retired?
because he always
45.
But Tim Howard as well. Tim Howard played till he was
43, 44.
Really? Damn.
Really late 30s, maybe 40. But, I mean, goalkeepers can go forever. They're like quarterbacks.
I think it was about 43, 44 when he retired. I mean, Fabian Barthez was 44 when he retired.
Big up Frankie boy.
Frankie boy.
Hello, Frankie. How are you, sir? Goalkeepers, because they're not putting in, 700-800 meters in a game, I've got a longer career prospect ahead of them, because they're not. Because their fitness levels are going to stay relatively high because they're not exerting so much energy during the game. But the thing with Fabianski is that the further he gets on in with his career, I think he has a lot more retention of knowledge of what happened 5 years, 10 years ago when he was playing for Swin.
What are you doing, Peach? Get on here
Swansea.
Mate.
Listen, I've got to disappear for 2 seconds. I've got to find my charger. I've got to find my charger.
No worries, mate. The mystery of the missing headphones continues. I've got no idea where they are.
Oh, you can't find your headphones? How you been doing, buddy? I ain't seen you in a little bit. You all right?
Yeah, no, I've got these ones in, but they're a bit shit compared to my phone ones. Yeah, like the ones I normally wear. I don't know what I've done with them. So. But yeah.
So I was very pleased with the match today. Like I was trying to say earlier, it's like going into the match. A lot of people were like, Villa's playing real well. People were predicting us to lose. I predicted the 2-1. Now I always usually predict us to win, like Peach, but I predicted 2-1. But going into it, I really felt, except for the last 5 minutes, that we can control it. Hey, buddy, have a good one. But we controlled that match. I didn't feel pressured. I mean, like I said, a couple opportunities when they did get shots on goal. Fabianski stepped up and played it well.
Oh, that Coutinho back heel made me shit my pants.
Yeah, I know. So it's us. When they had their opportunities, but they had very few compared to us. And then the last 5-10 minutes, the feeling in my chest was like normal West Ham matches, where it's just like I didn't feel stressed. I mean, we controlled the possession for sure. What was it? It had to have been like 60-40 or something, even more. We controlled.
I'll have a quick look on. I'll have a quick look.
I'm going to go 65-35, something like that range, I would guess.
I think it might.
Here we go.
Let's have a quick look. 48-52.
Really? It must.
Yeah. So
wow. Maybe because of the last 10 minutes, they controlled a lot of that.
Big up the Cox family.
Hey, Richard.
Absolute legendary family.
Yeah.
But up until the last 10 minutes, we controlled it. But once we got the 2-0, they started pressing hard, and that's when I started getting nervous again. You know what I mean? That's when they started really having it. But I thought it was bigger than that. I thought, but hey. But I felt good. I didn't feel good. About 83 minutes, I started feeling, because they were putting it on us. But Watkins, we controlled him.
Charlie,
I'm all right. Can you hear me?
I was close.
Yes.
Did you guys talk about
Yes,
possession?
we can hear you, Charlie.
What? Yeah, he said 52-47, right around that, or 48.
We had 48% possession that match. That's unbelievable.
We did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they outpossessed us.
You have to remember, in the second half, they had the ball the vast majority of the time. There was like a 10-minute period where we did, but apart from that, it was practically all them. By design, we sat back and let them do it, but that is what happened, you know?
Yeah.
Charlie, you walk into Greg's.
Not quite. Shopping, yes, but not quite there. I did consider it. I did think about it. I walked past one, but, you know, it happens. It happens.
Well, you know you've got to walk past.
How many
and go
baby
back,
bells
right?
were done today then, Charlie?
One.
Oh, just the one. There was confidence.
Any-
Listen, but
And
first
the
one
baby
happens.
bell
Yes,
made
they
the
have.
first goal.
That's
Baby
right,
Bell got the first
did it.
goal. Thank you very much. You're welcome, everyone.
Fair play. Fair play to you, sir. I actually missed your watch along
Hello,
because
Bex.
I was in the
Are you
pub and
filling
I
me
had
with
to watch the
confidence?
game
You're filling me
on
with
my
confidence.
phone. You know?
I mean, like,
Yeah, I had to
it
watch the
happens,
game
right?
on my phone, so I couldn't do anything else.
Oh, that's fine. I
Where
don't
is
mind about that.
everybody? Where's that?
Anyone else watching is like, I always appreciate. I'm not
Here we
saying
go.
anyone should. You know what I mean? But I think it was. I just want to say the Fabianski thing, right? When I tried to join before and the internet died because it is North London. He's good enough to be a Premiership goalkeeper. I don't disagree with that. I think he definitely is. The one thing I would say is he good enough to be consistent Europa League? I think there's an argument to be had. I would probably say yes, but I don't know how long for. And I think one of our biggest problems is we always wait until it's too late to solve the issue. Like, we should be proactive in finding the guy who's going to take over from him, if that makes sense. I think we all too often don't do that.
Yeah, and I would hope it's going to be Areola. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Areola's
I'll be
proven that he's good enough to take over that role. You know, and you know, a lot
And
of
I
people
think
are
we
saying
I think
about
we
us
all
going
know
for
that he
Johnson.
is better than Fabianski, but under the current circumstance, when Moyes tells Fabianski he's the starter, he has done nothing to lose that job. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He's a better player overall.
Nothing
but the
at
way
all.
Fabianski's been playing for the last season and a half or whatever, he's unplayable pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's like, considering what his reputation before he joined us was unreliable. Like, I think they were wrong when they said that. I remember watching him at Swansea and thinking he was sick, but the vast majority of people would have said he was quite unreliable. To watch him since he's joined us,
For someone
that's
that made the most saves in the Championship and Premier League at one point.
Yeah. Well, flipping. Do you remember when Jaskalainen did that? That was fun. But
yeah, but again, like, I know that stat can be misconstrued, but I mean, still, like I said earlier, everyone has their different triggers and preferences when it comes to goalkeepers. Like, I'm more of an old school guy. Like, just stop the ball from going in the net. That's all I care about.
Sure, and he's very good at that. Like, there are parts of his game that frustrate me, but I'm more than happy with him staying for.
Same with the center half. Same with the center half. Everyone gets a flipping erection over a center half that can ping a ball across the pitch. Like and they're like shit on defense. Like, just get the ball, clear it in a nice, safe general direction that's not going to harm us.
Nah, even then, mate, give it the big old hoof, and I'm fine with it. Rose Ed stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Give it to Craig Dawson, and I'll be happy.
Big time.
And that's how I feel the goalkeeper. Just stop the ball from going in and get the boys up the pitch and just kick the fucking piss out of it.
Especially at this stage in our development, right? If we were a couple of years down the line, then maybe I would be wanting more. But like at this stage where we're still trying to find a functional, quite deep squad, bruv, there's nothing wrong with a guy who's just going to do his job, you know? And
I would not
exactly.
Actually, no, I don't even know what I was going to say. Carry on. Sorry.
Love that. Listen, I'm gonna...
Big plays there, Lucas. Big plays, mate.
I'm going to go because I've got to go shop.
Just going to give you a quick prior warning. Just going to give you a quick prior warning. I might have to hop out for 5 minutes in a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to dip as well. I'm going to dip as well as I go shop.
I'll be staying on, but
I'll say this quickly.
I'm only going to dip.
Fabianski, incredible job.
Yes.
Ben Rama, incredible job.
Who's your man of the match?
Yarmolenko, man. you know what? I'd probably make the argument for Ben Rama. I mean, Yarmolenko, obviously, like
From a statistical point of
really
view,
well,
I don't
but
think you're wrong.
I think he had a really good first 25 minutes. His positioning let him down in the second 25-ish. And then in the second half, I thought he was one of the main. He was one of the best players.
Look real quick. That is going to be the slogan of my new GK Academy. Just kick the piss out of it.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I back it.
Quote from the great Lucas.
Just kick the piss out of it,
Yeah,
bro. Just yeet it into Rosette. That's all we need.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Rosette
And hit the
stuff.
astronaut.
That's all we
And hit
need.
the astronaut.
Don't know what you're talking about. All right, I'll speak to you later.
Love you, Charlie. Take care, buddy. Bless you.
Interesting enough. Speaking of that, Lawrence, have you ever been or drove past Crofton, Maryland?
Oh yeah, I used to live there when my wife was at Maryland.
So
we used to live right in Crofton.
Bell Branch, the park where they play all the sports. They actually had they hosted like an academy event that was in collaboration with West Ham.
Oh, cool!
It was really cool. It was in like 2015 or 16. They were hosting some. It was an American academy, and then like West Ham conglomerating.
Oh, that's cool.
And like just seeing the West Ham, the old beautiful West Ham logo next to some weird Crofton, Maryland football club. It was pretty cool. But
that's cool, man.
Just wanted to put that out there.
Oh yeah.
Who we got in the comments?
I think that definitely should be... Yeah, I've been through and pulling them up when they're on. We've got who's in the chat. Let's go through again. We've got Trev Tubes in the chat. We've got Peach is in the chat, and he should get his ass on here.
Well, you know, he set it all up and then just leaves us lot to it, doesn't he?
No, I set this one up. Frankie Boy's in the chat, but Frankie Boy's in the chat, but he's driving at the moment. He put a comment up saying that. Yeah, Robert's in the chat. Mr. Cox is in the chat, but I don't know if he's still here.
Right.
Bex and Avers are both in the chat.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, ladies. Hey, listen. How do we feel about doing a little player rating then?
Sure.
Okay.
Reese, once Reese gets back.
Yeah. All right, Reese. When you get back.
Yeah, you know, I'm still here at the moment. I'm just waiting for someone's going to turn up, and then I'll be 5-10 minutes, and I'll be back on.
All right. Well, if you need to catch up, you can do them all in a row. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can
how about that then? Right. Okay. Look. Right. Let's start off obviously with Lucas Fabianski. Reese, you can go first, since you might have to disappear.
I'm going to give him an 8 on that because he made some crucial saves. His distribution looked a lot better than usual. So yeah, I'm going with an 8.
Nice. Lucas.
I feel the same. In the last goal that he let in wasn't his fault really, and he couldn't have done much about it. It was a great finish from Jacob Ramsey. Yeah. But I'm gonna go 7.
Oh,
Hammerhead's in the chat as well.
Fair play. Hey, nice one. Hello, Hammerhead. And Lawrence, you sir.
I'm going to go with him. He's my man of the match, so I'm going to go the highest I'm going to give anybody today is a 9. I think, like I said, Villa didn't have many opportunities, but when they did, they were decent chances, and Fab stepped up and saved a couple. Just like Lucas says, that one goal, that was hard for him to do. That was a perfect pass wide open. It went to the right of Dawson. He was there, so it was like Fab, Dawson there, so I don't think he could even – so I think he did great. I'm going to give him a 9.
He would have had to guess at that point.
Yeah, it was so fast.
Yeah, definitely. That's a fair shout as well, Lawrence. So,
how are we, good sir?
Lee, good evening, sir. Right, so I will give...
Great win for Leeds today, too, by the way. Jesse Marsh.
Yes.
The American brand is strong.
The American.
Yeah. Go on, the Leeds.
Taking over the Premier League.
Absolutely.
Go on, the Leeds. So for Fabianski, I'm going to go with the 8. I don't think he quite earned the 9 because there were certain periods of the game where he was just a spare one at a wedding. He had nothing to do, you know, and that's testament to the midfield and defence.
That's that one save he had diving to his right and saving it
Oh,
off his
yeah.
finger into the post was class.
Incredible. And that's why he
that was a
nearly
goal.
got the 9 for me. But
Yeah, that was.
for the fact that the whole game, the guy was completely solid. His deliveries and distribution was on point.
His
For that, he
distribution's
gets the 8 for
improved a
me. He
lot
gets the
since
8.
like he's been playing before. Yeah.
Okay, so out on the left, Lawrence. First of all, for you, Mr. Creswell.
You know, I don't want to say I was glad he was hurt because I don't want anybody to get hurt. But I thought he needed to sit anyway. Hopefully he's okay, but I'll give him a 5. I think his corners were better today than it was last week when he wasn't even getting it in the air very well. So I'll give him maybe a 5.5.
No, we're not having no points. No half points.
Round numbers only.
Round numbers only.
All right,
That's how Lucas and I roll, mate. You know, only round numbers. So it's either a 5 or a 6. Come on, man.
5.
5.
I'm not gonna give it.
Okay, fair play to you. We'll go to you next quickly. Then, Reece, what are you saying for?
I'm gonna
Mr.
go with a
Creswell?
6 because 6 didn't really do much when he was on the pitch, but he didn't do badly at all. But and yeah, his crosses were improving from corner wise. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go the average 6.
Okay, nice one. Lucas, what about you, sir?
Real quick,
Luke.
Real quick before I go into my rating, I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot trust. This is one thing I love about Fabianski and Areola. I just can't trust a goalkeeper that wears short sleeves. Can't do it. Can't trust
Yeah,
him.
I'll get it.
Yeah, I'll get you.
I'm gonna easy 6. He was bang average. He didn't, and they didn't really go down his side much today, so he didn't have a lot to do. His corners were a bit better, but his mobility continues to be just a kind of a rash.
Yeah,
you know.
Lucas, you must be watching the Arsenal game and you saw the goalie with short sleeves.
Yeah,
I just saw that. I was like,
oh no, it's just unnatural. It's unnatural, isn't it?
I was like, yeah, the Arsenal goalie's got no sleeves, short sleeves.
For me, I think
Emi Martinez today too.
Yeah.
That's why he let in too. Can't trust him.
Yeah. For me, I think Creswell is again a solid 6. He did his job and not much else, really, for me.
Fair.
He didn't really enlighten the attacking threat as much as he can. And for me, he was just a little bit on the quiet side, you know, when it came to, you know, running down that line and picking a pass out to him so that he can get the ball. There weren't a lot of it. He weren't taking the overlap like he could.
Yeah, I thought he had a very easy day at the office, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, definitely. I'll do my job, but not much else today.
That's why I'll give it
and that's really not. That wasn't up to him either. They just did not attack his side really today.
No. We didn't have any.
He didn't have much to do.
We didn't have any desire to be going down the left on the left there.
Yeah, that's why I gave him a 6 because he didn't have much to do and he didn't put a foot wrong, and his crossing on the corners have improved from the last week.
Today.
So basically, he's done his job and not a lot more. You know that a 6 is an average. So we'll give him an average of 6. Right. So moving inwards a little bit, then let's go with the first centre half in Kurt Zouma. Let's go with Kurt Zouma, and we'll go with you first, Lucas.
You know, it's tough because Zouma is practically in Rice and Bowen territory where just foundationally, I don't even have to think. He usually plays about a 7 on average. Yeah. And I thought he was pretty good today. I don't know if I can give him an 8, but another easy 7 out of 10 performance. Kurt Zouma is just different mustard.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'm going to.
And he heads everything. Goodness.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
go next, if you don't mind. I'm going to give
Yeah.
Kurt Zuma an 8 because off the ball, you have a look at him off the ball. His mouth is moving all the time, and captain mentality always, for me, gets yourself an extra point. So he's going to get an 8 from me. Carry on. Reece, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8 as well. Key player in the defence, dominates it. Hamed's only cost us a goal to a 7, but yeah, I'm still going at 8. He's always commanding that back line. When he's in the team in the back, I feel so much more confident in the team. So yeah, it's just
me
gonna be
too.
an 8 because yeah, can't really fault him.
And he has stepped in well to playing the left center half role in absence of Ogbonna.
Considering all
Yeah,
his
and plus
career at Chelsea, he was in the right. Yeah, good
Yeah, and
point.
plus all the shit he's getting from people on social media and stuff. And we're not going into politics
And in the
about
crowd. I
about
mean,
it.
come on,
And in the crowd, yeah,
not
and in the
forget.
crowd. So I'm not going into politics
Every
about
time
it,
he
but
touches the ball, there's a ooh.
Thank
going
God he
on,
speaks
you know?
yeah,
French.
exactly. But yeah, given all the shit he's getting and stuff, like I'm not going to
Yeah.
defend his actions or what he's done and stuff, but given all the shit he's doing, he's playing amazingly.
Yeah.
Given all that.
Professional. That's all you can say about the man. He's
I'm
professional.
good.
Lawrence, what are you
Guys,
saying about him, mate?
I will. If besides the end, I would have gave him a 8. I'm going to give him a 7 because I think at the end, not just him, but our whole back in defensive was kind of shaky at best. So I'd give him a 7. Still solid, like Lucas says. He's one of them guys you know is going to do a great. You know what I mean? It's like how much better is he going to do? So I say 7. And that header that he had, that was just a great save by the goalie Martinez or whatever. That was just a great save. That was a brilliant header.
Yeah,
I mean, how much can you ask? It was just a great save. So
Yeah.
you know he could have had a he
And
did
you know,
for that one.
Zuma's movement to get onto that header was incredible. Did
Exactly
you watch?
right. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he created himself the space to run into. Absolutely quality bit of fucking play.
You know what it reminded me of, Budge? I know exactly what you're saying because I watched it and he moved in there almost like you see the hat trick that Ronaldo got yesterday. I know, but did you see how he created that header there? That was brilliant.
Yeah.
He brought it in there and he set that up. So Zuma, he attacked the ball in the air. So I thought that was a great try.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine a starting 11 with 3 in the back of Ogbonna, Dawson, and Zuma just going up for corners and set pieces?
Shit, that'd be
awesome.
Stop it! You're making me wet myself now. Come on.
Now I like that line.
Okay, let's move across then. Craig Dawson. I'll start off with Craig Dawson. Mr. Reliable, in my opinion. I don't think there's a more reliable player on the pitch other than Declan Rice. Dawson always gives his all, always gives 110%, but made a couple of mistakes today. Agreed, he did, but I felt that he kind of vilified himself, and I'm going to give him a really, really, really strong 7 because I felt that he was good today. Let's go with you, Lawrence.
Exactly, Budge. I'm going to give him a 7 too. I think he was solid for the most part. A couple breakdowns, but you know, Villa didn't pressure us too much on that. But I thought he played decent. I'll give him a 7.
Yep. Go on then, Reece.
Well, we all know Craig Dawson's my favourite player of all time.
I'm still waiting for the kit. I'm still waiting for the kit reveal. When is that coming in the post?
But yeah, I'm going to go 7 as well because he didn't really do too much to fault in the back line. But in missing that chance when Zuma played it back to him, like that's he should have scored that. So it's got to be a 7.
Yeah.
If you put that in, that would have been a 9.
Yeah,
exactly that. Yeah, definitely. Come on in, Lucas. What are you saying about Mr. Dawson?
Strong 7. Kind of in the same case as Zuma. If Zuma scores that header, he probably gets an 8 or a 9. If Dawson scores that sitter of a rebound, he'll probably get an 8 because he did have some. I mean, the long balls that he tried playing today just huffing them and them not working. They didn't really cost us that much, so that probably would have got him. That probably would have.
Two or three of them were very, very good.
Oh, he had a couple pingers.
Yeah, when he
The
pinged
first
it
one,
out, when he pinged it out to Ben Rama
Yeah,
out
the
on the
first
left
goal.
there. Oh,
yeah, that was an absolute
yeah,
pinger.
that was like a pre-assist for Dawson.
Yes. It's very solid 7. Very solid 7. Again, he may not be the best. He might not have the flash. He may not do the other things that people find attractive, but at the end of the day, he is just as solid as they come when you look for a defender.
Yeah.
As Trev says.
Yes.
I can't read that. Read it out for me, please, because I can't see that from the shit. I ain't got glasses.
Trev says Dawson is kick the piss out of it type of guy.
Now, Lucas, now you got to brand that and put it on a t-shirt or something.
Great stuff. Great. Brilliant.
I've just put up Twitter.
Okay.
Just put up Twitter, and the first tweet is, "My love for Craig Dawson is growing and growing." And I'm like,
I have to credit.
Brilliant.
I have to credit an American football player.
Yep.
It's mostly punters and kickers that will use the phrase like "kick the piss out of it."
Yep.
And then it just rolls on from there. But Craig Dawson, he is a kick the piss out of it type guy.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's
okay. So then moving out to the right fullback, Mr. Ben Johnson, who has absolutely, in my opinion, I'll start the ball rolling if you don't mind. He's absolutely established himself as a first-team player, without a shadow of doubt. The only thing lacking in Ben Johnson, in my opinion, is a finish. He's reluctant to take a shot, which is a little bit like Sue Fowl. Sue Fowl's reluctant to take a shot also. But that's the only thing. I mean, listen, Ben Johnson's had a couple of goals. I think it's 2, isn't it?
Yes.
He's had a couple of goals.
Want to get?
I've got to duck for a few minutes.
Yeah, okay, mate.
I'll be back. I'll be back in a few.
All right, yeah, all right. Well, that's no problem. We've got a real prospect in Ben Johnson, in my opinion, and I think that the only thing lacking in him, as I said, is a finish. So, on the strength of his performance today and the ability that he's shown today, and I'm not going on past performances or future prospect. I'm going on today's performance alone. I've got to give him an 8 out of 10 because I felt that he had everything about him. Everything about him. I mean, 1 or 2, dispossessions and stuff. Yes, I grant you. It wasn't a stunning performance, but, the desire and the drive in the boy and the ability that he showed today, I've got to give him an 8. I've got to. How about you then, Lucas? What are you saying today, Ben Johnson?
I agree with everything you said. I think for the past year now, I think he's established himself as a first-team player, easy backup, arguable starter to Sufal. Just still for me, and it's his young age, and he'll develop in time. I'm actually really excited to see how he gets on with a full preseason, knowing that he's going to be a first team player and he's always going to be up Sufal's ass to start over him. Just again, it's a pick and choose what you like in your fullbacks, what you don't. Like me personally, I love a fullback that can defend first and the rest will come to him. So naturally, I love Ben Johnson. Just his forward product, at best, is inconsistent for me personally, because he does choose to pass backwards a lot. I would say most of the time, just because it's natural to him. And then there is some matches where he is like throwing his arms forward and up, like, "Why aren't you there? Why aren't you making a run?" But today, a strong 7. Once once he gets comfortable trying to get around a player or just push the ball forward and master his crossing, he's going to be a very, very good player. But I love his defensive reliability on the right and left.
Yeah.
And it's hard. That's hard nowadays to have a fullback that can play on both sides and be consistent, at least in one aspect of their game.
I don't remember in our history a player that we've ever had that can play left and right back.
Go Arsenal.
Glenn Johnson was kind of there, but not quite. He was primarily a right fullback. But
that's Johnson's strong position right there.
Yeah.
Right back's his strong.
So, what about you, Lawrence? I mean, give us your little.
You guys are on point, and I want to take it back to the summertime because that's where he really started to shine and show those attributes that you're talking about, Budgie. Is where while he really started shining, he was being my man. In the summertime, if you guys remember, he started scoring some goals, and when he was down there, he was being very productive, attacking the net, passing off when he goes forward. Since then,
he had that delightful goal in preseason against Brentford.
Yeah.
Where he skipped around everyone and scored on his left foot.
So you saw that potential. In the beginning of the season, he did that. I'm not saying that this is the reason, but then they started putting two foul in there, doing different stuff, so it wasn't in there. So I'm not saying he regressed because he's still doing great on his defense, but those decision makings and inconsistencies you guys are referring to going forward are shining a little bit, but he has the potential because he's proven it that he can do that. So not to belabor, it's a 7 for me today. I liked it. He was a little inconsistent going forward. I know exactly what you guys are talking about because once he goes down offensively, sometimes where's the pass it? Can he attack the net? Because that's what he was doing before. Like when he was on the box on that corner, sometimes he would go up there and maybe take a shot or two, and he's not doing that or passing it, but.
And say for some ungodly reason, Ben Johnson doesn't make it as a fullback. I've always thought, just from his foundation alone, I think he'd be a very class center half, even maybe a center defensive mid.
Mm-hmm. I see it.
Both. Do
you know what, Lucas? Good. Yeah, I actually the other day. I very nearly said it online, but I didn't. I stopped myself from saying it. But I thought the other day, well, let's just say, for argument's sake, Declan Rice goes in the summer. Who are we going to replace him with? Because Mark Noble's going to be retiring. Alex Kroll doesn't look like he's cutting the mustard. As much as I like the guy, I mean, he's a real likable guy. He's just, I don't think he's West Ham material. He's definitely not good enough to replace Declan Rice. Who are we going to get? Who's out there that hang on a minute. Ben Johnson's sitting there. He's actually very capable of doing that. And with that break forward thing that Declan can do and Thomas Sue can do, Ben Johnson could do that quite easily, but with a little more speed. So, a little more surprise about that kind. So not so much of a known thing, because Ben Johnson doesn't really generally do anything.
And
you would expect him to do.
I naturally fall for players like Ben Johnson because. Or Luke popped up in the chat and he reminded me of a time I was talking about basketball, and in American basketball, you got to be able to use both hands. And Luke was in the chat. He's like, "This isn't bloody basketball." But I still have that same sort of gripe when it comes to football. Like, I think if you're a professional footballer, I think you should be able to use both feet. Not the same, but like, you should be able to make a left-footed pass, have a decent left-footed shot, decent as an average. But that's why I like players like Ben Johnson a lot. He's able to use both feet, makes decisions on both feet, solid defender. I think he will come good as a very good fullback. But he's got, no pun intended, he's got the world at his feet for whatever he wants to do. He is.
Yeah.
I wish Carlos Sanchez had an ounce of Ben Johnson in his game. But with Budgie moving out, I guess we'll move up the pitch and we'll get back to him when he comes. But we'll start with Souček. Lawrence, give me your thoughts.
I'll give him a 7. You know, I thought he was all right. I mean, I didn't see much of him today to see that he was like, you know, doing a lot of great things, but I'd give him a 7. How about you?
Yeah, a strong. Again, I'd give it a strong 7. The effort's always there, and whether people like it or not, we do play our best when Declan Rice sits back and is the extra defender, and he picks and chooses when he drives the ball forward.
Yeah.
And I really like when Souček is able to get forward and he swings out to the right or left and he moves forward down the flank. And I thought he was all right today. Still, I get infuriated with his passing and
Yes,
his
that's
not even his vision. More of his passing instinct I get upset at, because there's a lot of times today where he could have laid the ball out wide and he just either didn't see the guy or just didn't pass it and he passed it back. There was a few times today that Rice definitely got mad at him for not laying it off wide to the fullbacks. But
that's
again,
the difference between Rice and Souček, isn't it? Because you see Rice, he always knows when to take it out wide,
and he knows where his guys are. He knows where everyone's supposed to be. And with Souček, I don't know if it's that or he's just not the best passer. We all know he's not the most naturally gifted passer. But some people are able to make up for that lack of passing skill with instinctual skills. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to be a great passer to have good instincts. You don't.
Yeah.
And again, like just having a high football IQ can get you loads of places. But Souček, I think, deserves a 7 today. I think he was slightly above average.
Yeah.
So I'll take away my strong 7 and give him just about a 7.
Okay, I agree with that.
And then we'll move on to arguably the man of the match in every match, except for there might be 3 match there might not even be 3 matches I can remember that Declan Rice wasn't arguably or potential man of the match. But we will go to Declan Rice. I'll start off. Again, the guy is just different gravy, different mustard. He wills this team week in, week out when we need some sort of gaslight to just get things going. This is actually I'm not going to make it tough. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. That the second goal starts from him, finishes with Pablo, and it's just, I mean, I think Declan Rice is world class, and that's not, I mean, it's clearly me being biased, but like we watch the guy week in, week out. He's just world class, and in my humble opinion, because I do watch a lot of football because I'm a gambling man, and who the hell gambles and doesn't watch?
There you go.
I truly don't believe you can name me 5 defensive midfielders better than Rice in the world. Really, you can't. The only player I'm willing to concede that is a better defensive midfielder than Rice is N'Golo Kante. That's it. I think he's in a class of his own, and he's absolutely brilliant. But you cannot convincingly name me more than 5 other players that are better than him in his position. He's just different mustard, so consistent, and to this day, quite frankly, still don't think we deserve him, but happy he's here. So happy. I'm going strong 8 out of 10.
And I would definitely do about this 8 out of 10 I know I can't do the halves, so I won't do the halves, but he could be man of the match so much. But you know the old saying, men with playing with boys or something like that. He is
men
just
amongst
out
boys.
There. Men amongst boys. He's just how he trots down that play that he had, and he's just gallivanting. I like to say, like a fierce horse going there, clearing it. Nobody wants to get in his way, setting it all up. And how many times has he done that? That's why I like to sit back. That you're saying sometimes it helps Suchek's game, but right, that's what Rice wants to do. And you in conversations and stuff with him, he wants to get in. He wants some ball. He wants
to get in the mix.
He wants to be part of that. He loves
that, and that's why for me, I always cry out for the either another defensive midfielder or an extra midfielder that is box to box and has some sort of defensive capabilities, because Rice, like I said, Rice already to me is a world-class DM and is
for sure
one of the best in the world. And even as a number 8 box to box guy, he has the world at his feet. He could be so good.
Oh man, he is. Yeah.
Clearly for us, he works so much better as a defensive mid. And if we were to throw in another midfielder that could defend, like even when you throw Lanzini in the middle of the pitch and he has some of those matches where he's making some really good tackles, that makes the world of difference, because restricting Declan Rice is not something I want to do, and we obviously want to keep him happy. But continue. I agree. I'm sorry.
No worries. You're totally right. And I know Luke's probably going to hate this, but he's going to have 2 Americans referencing basketball again. But Declan Rice reminds me, like on the basketball, a point guard. He can go down there, like you said, his vision of the pitch and knowing where his guys are be and setting all that stuff up.
Like the back of his hand.
You got it running down so comfortable, and he can handle that ball better than a lot of our guys can.
Speaking of that, last match, he 53 for 53 on his passes.
So it's brilliant. I mean, Benrahma got that assist for an ounce, great, but he set that up. He set it all up, and he was like a maestro. I see him setting things up and going down there, and I could speak highly of that guy all day.
We could talk about him all day, really. I mean, the guy is just so easy to fall in love with, and like you referenced, a men amongst boys, and the geezer's only 23 years old and has.
Isn't that nuts?
he is gonna have I'm not gonna say he's gonna win as many individual things or maybe win as many trophies as him, but I think he's gonna have such a Luka Modric-esque career. He's gonna play till he's at least 36. He's gonna play for what's the word I'm looking for? Barring any horrific injury, knock on wood. He's gonna be playing football for a very, very long time, and he's gonna be really, really good. All right, let's move on to we'll start with Lanzini in the attacking midfield role. Lawrence, you can start off. What would you give Lanzini today?
I'd have to a little disappointed in him today. I'd give him a 6. I thought he had opportunities and couldn't finish. Some of his decisions on passing were a little off. Got the yellow card early. It kind of worried me a little bit. That's why I thought he might have been the first sub coming off, but he probably would have been if we didn't have those injuries going down where we had to use.
We also did not have many options to bring off the bench.
Well, that's a great point too. So you're right. But yeah, I'd give him a 6. Wasn't his best match. And I know he can do better, so I'm not hating too hard on the guy.
Yeah, it's a tough one for me because I don't think he necessarily played bad. He's consistent, at least for me, in certain areas. Like kind of the same with Benrahma. With Benrahma and Lanzini, you're guaranteed that they're going to work well in small spaces. Their triangle passing in small spaces is always going to be like second nature to them because that's just where they grow up and learn the game. That's just a thing. It's the same thing with Spanish players. Like they are just naturally gifted at small, short passes to build up the pitch. They're good in tight spaces. Yeah. But I agree. I don't think, in my opinion, he did enough for me to get a 7. So everyone has their different opinions on ratings and where their standard is, their standard average, whatever. In my opinion, I think 6 is an average score. Yeah. And he didn't cost us. He didn't cost us the match today. He did some things well. He made a couple forward runs in space. He didn't cost us a match, which is all that matters to me. I think 6 is fair. I just don't think he did enough for a 7 today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to the top. Probably will be, well, no, he won't be the topic of the match, but it will be a popular second topic of the match. Let's move on to Saeed Benrahma. Lawrence, I'll let you start off again. What are you giving Benrahma today?
I am going to give him.
It's a tricky rating.
It is, because I want to say a solid 7. Why? And I want to give him an 8. And why I say this, he started off really well, and then he had some struggles. But watching the match, and then I followed Charlie's watch along and stuff like that, and I was listening to the commentators. He was really trying to make things happen. It didn't always work out for him, but he was trying to force the issue and get us to finish better. And in that end of the first half, going into the second, he had those issues. But he got the 2 assists. I thought the effort was there, so I like what he did. I'm gonna give him a solid 7. Solid.
Yeah, it's a tough one for me. It really is, because like I'm a huge stats never tell the whole story guy. Numbers don't tell the whole story. Oh, yeah. I love the Natty Bow glass, by the way.
Oh yeah.
My thoughts on Benrahma today. I thought the first 15 minutes were bright and would be a nice positive outlook on the rest of the match. But after the first 15, 20 minutes, I thought he was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I thought he had a very poor first half after the 15 minutes, of course. So most of the first half, I thought he was pretty poor. The first, when did Yarmolenko score? I think he scored in like the 70-ish.
Yeah, it was in 70s.
Even 25 minutes into the second half, giving the ball away, really doing nothing with it, not creating a lot.
Yeah.
I just didn't think he had a good game, really. And I think, in my opinion, he was heading towards a 5.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, but for me, a 5 is below average. So not terrible.
Me too. Yeah.
But it's just not up to standard. But Yarmolenko came on. Something clicked within the whole squad. And Dawson plays a beautiful ball to Benrahma. Benrahma makes a great run. Good pass into Yarmolenko for his first goal. And then the second, I was very pleased with his second assist. That was a very, very good pass. Very good.
That whole transition was, that was a great attack. That was a fresh attack that I haven't seen for us in a while. That was really nice.
Because
the whole thing.
Because let's be honest, there are some times, maybe more than not. I can't really remember at the top of my head. I would like to think this is an accurate take. There are times where he doesn't give that ball up and he tries to do something, make something out of nothing when the obvious play is right there. The drag back's right there. And I'm thankful today that he played the correct ball. And again, I tweeted it out. I thought his last 25 minutes of the match were just absolutely brilliant and amazing. And before that, he probably would have been a 5 for me. But he really played like a 9 out of 10 for me the last 25 minutes. Like, not world class, but like he looked so good the last 25 minutes until he got subbed off. So for me, if I'm going to average that out, oh man, that's tough. I think 7 is a fair score, but I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him an 8.
I like
Sorry
how you
about
went
that, guys.
to 8.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm back.
You're good. Let's
catch up.
Sure. I think Budgie and Reese, when you left, we left off on Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. I was there for Ben.
So Reese, Ben Johnson, quick assessment.
I'm going to say a 6 because weren't awful, weren't great, so average of a 6.
All right, what are you giving Souček, Budgie?
Souček, tossing up between him and Declan for man of the match.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go with a 7 for Suchet.
Reese, what are you going? Also, the reins have been passed to me now. I am now
Yeah.
the host of the ratings.
Yeah, now you're the host.
I'm now calling the
Question
shots around
master.
here. Reese, what are you
Go
going?
for it.
I'm going to go with 7 as well. Solid performance, not great. Solid. Should have. The way he was playing with that headband on as well. Gotta love it.
And me and Lawrence will review with you. Lawrence, what did you give Suchek?
6.
And I gave him a 7. And we went on a beautiful poetic rant about Declan Rice.
We love our Rice.
So, Budgie, give me your analysis on Rice and your rating, please.
So Rice again, completely solid, completely reliable, totally and utterly, scheduled. He's like a scheduled bus service. He's like completely smooth, totally reliable. Like I said, between him and Suchek, it was man of the match. I've already given an 8, so I'm not allowed to give 0.5. So I'm going to have to go with another 8 for Declan. And
strong
I'm going to have
8.
to swing. Yeah, a strong 8, and I'm going to have to swing towards man of the match as well.
Reese, let me hear it.
I'm going to go with an 8 as well. Solid performance, as always, from him. You just expect it from him these days, don't you? It's just a solid performance, so yeah, an 8.
And respectfully, I'm going to speak for me and Lawrence to sum up our poetic rant about Declan Rice. Men amongst boys at such a young age, and his football IQ and instincts are second to none in the world. And I did go on and say he is without a doubt a top 5 defensive midfielder in world football. I think there's no one above him besides N'Golo Kante.
Charlie.
And he has all the potential in the world. And I said he is going to be Luka Modric-esque. He's going to play for a very long time at a very high level.
I did hear that.
And now we're going to have to backtrack again because
Charlito.
Charlie Walsh is in the building. Rah, 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 rah.
Rah, rah, rah.
Chicka.
Where's that?
So I'm gonna rewind it again. I'm hitting the rewind on DirecTV or Vivo, whatever anyone had back in the day. TiVo, sorry.
TiVo.
We're gonna hit the rewind. Charlie,
I had MSN and nothing more.
Charlie, Fabianski rating.
What a throwback.
Or what? You already said Fabianski rating, but what did you say? Things have changed a lot, Charlie. I'm now hosting and calling the shots.
I love this.
It went from Reese
I love this.
to Budgie.
I went Tesco, come back,
I
and all of a
disappeared for
sudden,
something. Then Budgie crashed out and couldn't be brought back.
I fell off. Yeah, I fell off the bike. It was terrible. Grazed me knee and everything I did.
We've all been
there.
Took his bandwidth with him.
Are we doing 0.5s or not?
No. Come on
No.
now.
They banished it.
Strong's and just there.
Okay. Strong. Yeah, strong 8. No. I'm trying to decide between an 8 and a 9. A strong 8. Let's go strong 8.
Jeez, I was the lowest rating. That's crazy. Okay, Ben Johnson.
Power through these quickly if you want to catch up. We can power through these. Ben Johnson.
You can give us a quick analysis of each one.
Ben
Budgie
Johnson.
and Reese just got back in.
Just got to do the front 3.
Okay, right. Budgie, not Budgie. I was about to give Budgie a rating. 10 out of 10, obviously, as per usual. What man?
Of course.
Now that is a big play. Big
Always.
play.
Never not a strong 10.
Big play for the morale.
Everyone hit the 10s. 10.
That's it, mate.
Hey,
Even Moyes is dancing at the sideline.
Love it. Johnson.
10, I tell you.
There you go. Yes.
Varsity
Oh,
Blues.
friggin' 10 out of 10.
You got see Varsity Blues, right? 10, I tell you.
Yeah. Okay, so
6.
who? Sorry,
Ben Johnson.
What?
Ben Johnson.
He-
Wow, that's cheap.
He was fine. He didn't do any good passing. He defended relatively well. I thought he was just as good on the left as he was on the right, which concerns me a little bit. But if anything, I'm like, okay, cool.
Cresswell.
Strong 6. Strong 6, light 7, maybe strong 6. A little bit, but I'd say he was a bit better. Some decent crossing, but not an unreal performance, but a decent performance.
He didn't have much to do though, did he?
Yeah, that's kind of the problem.
Thomas Suchek.
He didn't do the 2 centre backs.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Craig Dawson.
Huh.
That face never ends with anything.
No, a 7. Yeah, let's go with that. And I'm gonna stick on 7. Yeah. What?
That's what I said.
It's all right. I think we were all 7 or 8. So yeah.
Fair. Light 8 for
good.
Zuma. Light 8 for Zuma.
All right, Thomas Suchek.
7. Yeah, 7. 7.
And then Declan Rice.
7. Yes, Luke, you are correct.
Yes. All right, now.
Yeah.
Me and Lawrence just got done talking about Lanzini. Lawrence gave Lanzini a 6. We both gave him a 6. So we will start with. Let's start with Reese. What are you giving Lanzini?
Yep, 6 as well. Didn't really see too much about him. Like, didn't do anything overly bad. So.
Bang average performance from Reese. Budgie, let's hear it.
I have to give Lanzini.
Get your rah ready.
6 as well, I'm afraid.
Respect. But what y'all forget?
You can tell who's turned up. You can tell who's turned up.
Jump into his house.
I have no idea whether you heard anything I said or not. Probably not.
No,
probably not, because you just see a video up here, and then this man gets it. How are you doing, my brother?
We had to lay out the grand entrance for the longest intro and on YouTube.
You know, it got to the point where we'd caught up and then thought, oh, do you know what? I'm going to come in for a catch up.
You know,
that's what he did.
We forget, you're right, but we forget with the almighty irons, and it's like our resilience is fucking dividends. Our resilience is dividends. I think so. Our resilience is dividends. And you know what? You might see a bad match from this man and that man, but then you see a good match from this man and that man. And I thought all of your comments, because I watched the whole thing, I thought all of your comments are bang on. Like Rice, Lucas, Lawrence, Budgie, all bang on. Like, big up yourselves, Dark. Like, straight the fuck
up.
So,
Peach, do you want to jump in with us at Lanzini?
Yes.
Finish the ratings, and then you give us the
and
ratings.
I'll do it quick. Yeah.
All right, Budgie, please. Let's hear about Lanzini before the man entered the hizzle.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Lanzini a 6. He wasn't up to his normal standard, in my opinion. I felt that he was just a little bit quiet today. So a 6, unfortunately, I know I'm going to get hung, drawn, and quartered and whatnot. But
you won't.
Funny enough,
I will.
Bungie, that reminds me of one of my dear friends, a DC Iron, native Englishman, Swaby. He is a massive Lanzini guy. He has a River Plate Lanzini kit, and it's absolutely to die for. It's beautiful.
Wow.
He's been on the Lanzini train for some time now. Peach, because you've entered the Hizzle with your beautiful presence, Charlie's going to have to wait for his Lanzini rating. Give us your rating on Lanzini, Peach.
You know what I respect too, Lucas? Like, big up Charlito. If you didn't watch the watch along today, I will tell you, this man puts his left foot, right foot, elbow, and ear
I was
right
hungover today and got home right when the match
started. You got to watch some things, Doc, because like he always wakes me up saying like you're the hardest working.
Charlie is the ting. He's a peng ting.
No, he is. No, he is. He's an alien of different kinds.
He is the Pangus Munch.
He's like power. He has Earth power, Doc. Because I'll show you. Homeboy always bigs me up like.
He's like the TV show Power meets Entourage.
He's like, no, you know what? He's like Care Bears meet fucking He-Man, dog. Straight up, like
Teletubbies.
No.
Tune in next week for the next edition of Charlie Walsh's Loving.
I'm not buzzing on this, dog. Care Bears meets He-Man. Because, like,
fuck me, here we go.
But it's Care Bears meet He-Man, though. Because he holds it down, but he's so lovely with it, dog. Like, homeboy always, like, bigs me up, like, you're the hardest working man.
Charlie's like G-Unit
I'll show you this.
in their prime.
He's the most hardworking man. It takes one to know one, dog. He is the most hard. Because when he's not on screen, the work that man's doing is obscene. That just rhymed. When Charlie's not on screen, the work this man's doing up screen is obscene. Word up. That's your
are you gonna after
are you gonna rate Lanzini then?
Okay, I'll rate Lanzini a 7. I'll rate Lanzini a 7 because
nice.
There was no way he was given anything less than a 7 after what he just said about Charlie.
Yeah,
whatever.
The positivity's in the air. I absolutely love it.
7.
Charlie, spit some facts for me on a Lanzini rating. And we just big upped you, so don't please.
I don't. That was a 3 or 2, dog.
No. 6 probably. Like it was far from a bad performance from him. I thought he was all right. He just didn't find his way into the game as much as maybe you would hope. And that's all.
Okay, but Charlie,
he did his job and not a lot more.
No, I disagree. Because did you see, like, later on in the match when he got out of that tight corner, like, on the sideline, and, like, he was able to pass the ball around, like, that deserves, like, points. No business. He's doing bits right there, Doc. He's doing bits right there. And we just, like, take those bits as, like, oh, yeah.
We were saying Lanzini was a 6, but he does his foundational work well as an Argentinian. I said it with Ben Rama as well. As an Argentinian, he is Algerian.
Yep.
The Spanish players, they just are naturally gifted at working in tight spaces, triangling in small spaces down the pitch, controlling the ball in tight spaces. That's what they do. So we got 6s and a 7 across the board on Lanzini. And me and Lawrence left off on this, probably the second. Will be the second most talked about topic today. We will talk about Syed Ben Rama. We'll try and reiterate
Brenton, before you get to Syed Ben Rama, just give me all the players and I'll do it like lickety split. Go on.
Okay, Fabianski.
8.
Ben Johnson.
8.
Cresswell.
6.
Zuma.
8.
Dawson.
8 because I thought he put in good balls, and I know you guys didn't agree with that, but I thought he did. Go on.
Suchek.
8.
Rice.
9.
Like that.
First
and
9.
you gave Lanzini a 7.
Yep.
Now, like I said, me and Lawrence talked about Ben Rama already, but we will go around the room again, and we'll try and reiterate quickly what we said.
Thank you, Lucas.
I'll start
that
off
was dope
first.
right there. Go on. Yeah, okay.
I thought Ben Rama had a bright 15-minute start to the match, and then until his assist, I thought he was quite shit, to be polite. I thought he was pretty bad, like not bad, but like 5 out of 10 below average performance. Like, he wasn't that good. But that last 25 minutes of the match was world class. He had a phenomenal last 25 minutes. And like I said, I thought he was playing like a 5 out of 10. And then I really thought he played like a 9 out of 10 the last 25 minutes or so. So I ended up giving him an 8. I think 7's fair. Like I said, my opinion, I think 7's fair. But the last 25 minutes was so good from him. And the last goal, the team goal at the end. And we all know Ben Rama has a tendency to like take it himself and make something out of nothing when he doesn't have to. But that the pass to Fornals was amazing.
Awesome.
So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Lawrence,
Did I give him an 8 too? Did I give him an 8
7.
too? That's what I thought. And Lucas's assessment was pretty bang on because it was true. But when he struggled, one thing I was kind of noticing though, he was really trying. We've been struggling forever to try to finish. He made some bad pass mistakes in between that. But then you can't, his effort was there. He was trying to get us over
one
the
thing
hump.
I was saying, sorry to cut in. I'm a big stats never tell the full story.
Yeah.
Numbers never tell the whole story, which is
And
true because Ben Rama did not have the best of games after the 15-20 minute mark until his assist.
Mhm.
But sorry, continue on.
Okay.
No, that's good.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. So you're saying when Ben Rama first came on, he didn't have an impact?
No, the first 15
yeah.
minutes of the match, he was bright.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
And then from there until his assist, I thought he was pretty bad. Or not bad, he was below average.
Yeah, below average. Yeah.
He was a stock market on football pitch.
Yeah, like I was going to say with a 5 and then
Let's
an
not
8.
talk about the stock market right now. Jeez.
But Lawrence, continue.
No, I'm sorry. You got me depressed talking about the stock market. But
Budgie, shut up. Budgie,
He must be Lawrence must be invested into Doge.
Dogecoin, yeah.
Budgie stocks are going down.
Continue, Lawrence. Continue.
Like this show, but anyway,
Yeah,
I lost my train of thought. But so I give him credit for the hustle. I gave him a strong 7. He got the 2 assists. I was happy with his performance, except the middle part where he made some bad passes.
All right, let's go to Budgie.
Yeah, I think really and truly all I can do is just highlight what you two guys have already said, with the one exception that, like, for the first, as you say, 20, 25 minutes, I was ranting that, Ben Rama was throwing in a man of the match performance.
Yeah.
And then within 5 minutes of me saying that, I was going, actually, hold the front page because he's just fucked up big time, and I was quite disappointed with him for about a good half an hour at least a good half an hour, until about 20 minutes into the second half. He started picking up his game again, and it wasn't until his assist that he was.
Oh, fuck.
It was
just
a few minutes leading up to it. He started really picking it up, and I think that assist was just literally just a topping on the cake that he was preparing for a few minutes beforehand. So, as a result, I'll give him a strong 8.
Okay.
Strong.
Let's go with Charlie.
I like it.
Let's hear it, Painting.
Paintings.
I think, like I said before, his first 20, 25 minutes or something were brilliant. If anything was going to happen, it was coming through him. He was drifting past players like there was no tomorrow, step overs, Like dribbling was brilliant. He was setting things up. He was taking shots that were on top. He had a really good opening bit. It was good. And then he drifted out of the game towards the end of the first half, the second half of the first half, if you want to word it like that, because I think, and I don't know whether it's his. I don't necessarily want to blame it on him, but we had a lot of the ball. That was the period where we had a lot of the ball, and in that case, we were sat. Basically,
I still can't believe we only had 48% possession the whole match.
Isn't that crazy?
But even at that moment, we were still only at like 58. You know, and the rest of the game was practically them. But that was the thing. At the beginning of the match, it was mostly them. Like, but when he was getting the ball, he had the space to run into. And what happened towards the end of the first half is the more we gained possession, the more we were camped. We were camped practically just outside their area. He positionally would end up right by the corner flag. And it's just not where you want him. His ability is on the ball. His ability is to dribble. He wants to go central. He wants to find some space just outside the area and start pulling strings from there. Yeah. And he kept being found in this area just by the corner flag, and it just wasn't happening for him. He couldn't. There was no space for him to take it around his man. It just wasn't happening until that second half. And in the second half again, we saw the benefits of them dominating possession. Was we kept sitting deeper and deeper and deeper, and we were sort of defending. But that meant when he got the ball, he had all of the space in the world to run with the ball into, and he was picking up in the exact sort of same positions he was in the beginning of the game. And that's when again he came alive once more. And I think his assist for the first one was. I would give more credit to Andrei Yarmolenko than I would him on that. I mean, it's a great pass.
Yeah, to be fair, that was a class touch from Yarmolenko.
Yeah, but he pinged that in with some pace. Yarmolenko to touch it, and then the first one, the way Yarmolenko
his first touch, Yarmolenko's first touch was world class.
Like it was a decent first assist, but the second one for me, that was the one that like really, that's the one that gets you. Right.
I agree, and I think
beautiful.
We saw that if we're in a game where we're going to control possession and we're going to be in and around their area, then I think he needs to play centrally. Otherwise, you can't play Ben Rama. Really, I mean, you can if you really want, but I think that's where he's most dangerous. If you're playing counter-attacking like we were for the rest of the game, mate, have at it. That's his role. That's where he fits. That's what works for him. That's how it works out. I thought he was really good. I would say a strong 8 as well.
Okay, good.
Strong.
I thought he was brilliant.
By the way,
I did too, Charlie. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
So you got an 8.5, huh, Charlie? Strong 8.
No, strong 8. A strong 8.0.
Translates to an 8.5 for Charlie.
It's all about the terminology, right, boys? That's all.
Listen, I want to listen. If it was up to me, we'd be hitting a 100-point scale right now. It was an 8.7. We'll be saying, boys, but we're not here.
Charlie wants to do it the ACT scale.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, we have to do whole numbers. Integers only.
I'm not a peng thing. I can't do an ACT score scale. Reese, give me your rating and assessment on Saeed Benrahma.
Well, first 15 minutes he was good, and then obviously he fell off the ball and stuff, and then he got 2 assists. So for the first bit of performance, I'd give him a strong 6, and then an 8, then an 8 for the 2 assists and stuff. So that averages out at a 7.
Strong 7.
Very strong 7. 7.9642.
A very 7.9.
And in typical fashion. Right when we want to hear what Peach has to say, he dithers on off. Hopefully he will be back to give us an assessment. We will move on to Pablo Fornals. I will start with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go Budgie. Let's hear it.
Nice one. Thanks for that.
Class.
I mean, look, it's no secret to anybody that Pablo Fornals is one of my favourite players in the squad anyway. I've liked him from the moment he walked through the door. I absolutely love the guy.
Are you able to hold the thought?
Yeah, I can indeed. Come on, Peach. Let's have your...
Please give us your rating and assessment on Benrahma before Budgie loses his thoughts on Fornals.
Okay, so Benrahma to me, right? I was watching Charlie's watch-along. More so than I was watching.
Were you watching him watch it?
Yeah, And he saw, like, I was commenting every like 10, 15, 20 seconds, like, real talk.
Oi,
But it's,
oi.
no, real talk, because it's like my Wi-Fi was like, that's why I wasn't on the stream that y'all are doing right now. My Wi-Fi was like, I don't know, on crocodile shoes and blue suede shoes at the same time, and it was mad.
Crocodile shoes, nice.
You get what I'm saying? But
Yep.
no, let me show you with Ben Rama. I remember Charlito saying that when Ben Rama came on, it looked like he made the team look like how we looked in October. Like we were chasing down guys and this and that and everything
Like
else.
the
And
painting.
yes, Picasso things, dog. Picasso things, dog. But then he disappeared as like Freddie Canute used to disappear. And I understand that. But then he came back like and he was on the roll again. But what the biggest thing I took from it was when he went off. If you look at when he went off, David Moyes did not make any eye contact with him, didn't look at him, didn't, well, that's eye contact, isn't it? But like he didn't make any eye contact with him, didn't make any gestures to him. It's like, I think there's a beef there. And I think we're
Pete, you're
seeing,
exactly right. You're exactly
yeah,
right. I said this before. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I said this
no,
for
go
weeks
ahead.
now. And that one time when he got pulled off, and he really hurt the team by going
Yep,
slow off the pitch.
yep.
And then they had that interaction. And then last week when they brought him on in the Liverpool game, he didn't even. Moyes usually will talk to his men before they go out on the pitch and give him some updates. He didn't even talk to that guy.
Yep.
Rama went to one of his assistants. So there's definitely something there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, don't ever be sorry. But what I see is Lawrence. I see him putting himself in the window, like, and that's what. Yeah, because he's just been performing like, I'll do it to pick up a paycheck, and this is great being in the Premier League. Like I could play half-ass and pick up a paycheck, but like now I think he's putting himself like in the shoes of somebody that's playing to be like, you want to get a piece of me, and I guarantee you when he scores next, he'll be doing one of these. He'll be doing one of these like to his name.
Yeah, I can't say I noticed it. I was too busy running around my fucking
just
house.
watch it back. You'll see it, Lucas. Just watch
After
it
we
back.
won.
But that would make me give him a 6.
And I think that just solidifies as well that Ben Rama this whole time was never a Moyes signing. But I am thankful.
I agree with that.
I'm thankful for that 55, 60 minutes that he put in today.
Because he did on fire. Sure. And just before you go on to Budgie, Lucas, and I'm sorry, Budgie. Your Subway sandwich, by the way, I told you on WhatsApp, was brilliant. But
thank you.
Thank you. But I'll show you this. Like Tony, a player we were after, he scored like the goal against Burnley yesterday, brilliant. And then like right now, he's ranked like the best penalty scorer in the world. Like, and we could have had him, and we got Ben Rama. And I think Ben Rama was like a Jack Sullivan / like David Sullivan signing. I don't think that was Moyes. Like I think Souček was Moyes.
I think we can all concur.
You get what I'm saying, Rice?
Yeah, I think Jack Sullivan's been like, oh, he's good on FIFA. We should sign him. I bet it was like that.
Doesn't that sound like doesn't that sound like somebody who's good at Football Manager? I ain't saying no names, dog. I ain't saying no names. I'm gonna keep my trap shut. But I'm just saying, dog.
I'm the king football manager.
And again, I know Budgie cannot wait to rant and rave.
Yes, Budgie.
I'm fine.
Gatesy has joined us.
That man. That man there.
Gatesy has joined us. Gatesy,
oh my days! Oh, bless Gatesy. Oh, Gatesy,
the man of the moment has joined us. Gatesy, how are you?
I seriously don't know about that.
Lucas, he was at the supporters club, and his children were in the
and
car,
in the stadium.
and they're like, "Daddy, I just want to go home and eat and like be at home."
Well, guess what? The West Ham is on.
That's it.
That's
it. Done. That's it. Done. That's it, man. Done.
Gatesy, how are you?
Yeah, no, I'm not bad, mate. I'm happy with the result. Just a little bit concerned that obviously the collateral damage that we might have sustained.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you want to give us a quick rundown of ratings of where we are, and then we can elaborate on them as we go further?
Yes, please.
Starting with Fabianski.
I'd say Fabianski made a really good save, but for me, he lost a mark or two because I do hold him responsible for the goal. Because if you look at it,
Really?
you cannot tell me that as that ball's played into the penalty box just before the goal was scored, that he cannot claim that ball. He punches it.
Pride.
Punches it, and from the resultant.
No.
No, Pete, wait.
No.
From the resultant attack, they score the goal. Now, what he should have done is what a goalkeeper is there to do. In that situation, you catch the ball, and especially at the last few minutes of the match, you go down, clutch the ball to your chest, wait a couple of seconds.
Agreed.
You know, and
Agreed.
no.
Now, did you see this man's distribution? Because Charlito was like losing all types of like fevers and sweats over it, dog. And so was I. His distribution was nuts. Like when he got that ball and just like counterattacked, I was like, this is what we need. So what you're saying he got wrong for, he got right for, and that
he also very nearly cost us an equaliser when he came out after the goal was scored. Did you see that?
Would-ofs and could-ofs and what-ifs and bits and spliffs. But
We'll save the debate for the end. We need to get Gatesy caught up on the rating.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I love having to go with Gatesy because he's like so.
That's cool.
He's so good with it. He's so good
Land lizard.
Okay, I'm putting myself on mute. Go on, Gatesy.
All right, Gatesy. We're gonna move on to the fullbacks. We're gonna go Ben Johnson to start.
I'd say Ben Johnson. I would give him a 7. I'll tell you. I'll just quickly rattle through it. I'll go Ben Johnson 7. I'd say Cresswell was a 6. I'd say Zuma was an 8. Dawson I'd say was probably about a 7. I'd rate Zuma slightly better than Dawson, I think. Declan Rice, I'm going to give him a 9. I think Declan Rice is a 9. I think Souček was probably.
They got Rice on this.
I think Souček was a 6. I think he was very up and down. Who else we got? We got Pablo Fornals.
We haven't done him yet.
Okay, where are we up to?
Lanzini, then Benrahma.
Lanzini and Benrahma, yeah.
Lanzini, I'd give him a 7. Benrahma. Oh, now this is the thing, and I've said it on a couple of WhatsApp groups. I mean, Benrahma's a difficult one because you could look at it on stats and go, well, he's got 2 assists. But let's be honest about it. He was playing crosses to nowhere. He was making passes that didn't go to where they ought to go. He was running at defenders up to the point that he got the first assist. I'd give him about a 4.
Whoa.
About where I was at.
Seriously.
What about the first 20 minutes or so, though, Rob?
Say again.
The first 20 minutes or so.
Who? Benrahma.
Yeah.
I thought he was awful up to the point he got that first assist.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Bologna Minestrone. No way. Bologna Minestrone.
You need to watch the game on TV then, buddy.
You do. Yeah, you do.
Listen, I was watching the game from a very high vantage point. I could see what he was doing. He was trying, but the quality was not there. Seriously.
Trust me. Watch it again.
Okay, listen, that's what this is all about. Go on, carry on.
I know.
Well, he played one cross that went into the stands. He had a couple of times where he's running defenders.
Did you see him skinning midfielders? He was skinning midfielders
let him finish his analysis.
I know, but Lucas, he was skinning midfielders like Inuits, dog. Like Inuit Indians, dog. Like real dog.
52nd minute, he plays a pass to a guy that's 5 yards from him, and he didn't make it.
Yeah, but at the same time, Rice was misplacing passes left, right, and centre. Yeah, no one talks about that. I don't disagree. I don't necessarily disagree, but I don't necessarily disagree with you. But I'm just putting it out there.
And that's all I'm doing. I'm putting it out there.
Then we'll get to
Lucas. Run with it.
Let's get to
I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there as a point of contention.
Let's timestamp the first assist and onward. What did you think about his final 25 minutes of the match?
When you factor in the 2 assists, but again, the second goal, I would say that the big factor in that goal was Declan Rice, not Said Benrahma, if we're being completely truthful about it. I'm going to give him a 7 overall.
Okay. So real quick to go around the room, I gave an 8 because I was in the same boat as you, Gatesy. I thought his first 15 minutes were bright, and then he was quite diabolical until the first assist that he got. But I really thought his last 25 minutes was so phenomenal. I thought he played really, really good the last 25 minutes. Lawrence gave a 7. Budgie, you gave him an 8 or a 7. Okay.
8.
Peach, you gave him an 8, correct? Yep. Or Charlie, you gave him an 8. And Reese, 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we will move on to 4 nows, where Budgie can finish his love letter to 4 nows.
Yes.
We go around the room. I know he hasn't forgotten it.
And you forgot to mention Lawrence's rating of.
No, he gave a 7. Lawrence.
Was it? All right. Okay. Yeah. Right. I'm caught up now. Okay. So my love letter to Pablo. Oh, come on.
Dearest Pablito.
Dearest Pablito, the Spanish Cockney. We love you dearly, but you were a little under par today, and I've got to be honest with you. I thought that although there were bright moments from him, 1 or 2 lovely touches, some really good movement with his feet, I felt that a lot of his passes fell short, and as a result, he's only going to get a 7 tonight.
Okay, let's go, Reese. Pablo 4 nows.
I'm going to go a strong 7. We're going with a strong 7. Yeah, he scored a goal. That's about it, really.
And I know I'm going to skip you on this, but from here on out with Charlie, Peach, and Gatesy, I want you to start off your rating with how you would start your love letter to him if you do love Pablo 4 nows. So Budgie has dearest Pablito. Reese, how would you start off your love letter if you do love him?
Oh, right.
Mind you, it can only be 1 word.
Oh no, I got more than 1 word.
Oh God, this is going to take all night.
Oh,
Mr. 4 nows. I don't know, Mr. 4 nows. Let's go.
That's why I wanted to skip you.
Babes. 7 out of 10.
Dearest babes.
Babes.
There you go. 7 out of 10.
Charlie.
A light 7. A light 7.
Nothing more.
I thought he was all right, but the goal takes him up into good territory. Outside of that, I thought he was all right. Worked hard.
Yeah, he was just 6.
His goal was quite shit, though. That shot was not very good. To be fair,
it wasn't.
Regardless, it went in.
I love him.
It went into the back of the net. That's it.
I think. To be clear, I love the guy. I genuinely do. He's the.
I don't think I could be more clear. I'm in love with him.
He's drinking this fella.
Yeah, I'm just saying it. I would have his babies, but light 7.
Lawrence, let's go to you. If you love 4 nows, how would you start your love letter to him?
Oh, Pablo.
Pablo.
That sounds like an old Western poem. I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
Pablo.
That's great.
I would give him a 7. I agree with you guys as far as the goal. I was happy with it, so I'm giving him credit for that because I mean the whole transition, that whole transition was good. So I like that he was in the right spot at the right time. Brent Rama made the good thing. He did it, finished it off. Goal again. He's common to the Lanzini, or a lot of times we're in the middle of the pitch. We just don't seem to make the precise passes. We look clumsy and turn over, and he's kind of like that sometimes. But I like the guy too, so I'm going to give him a light 7.
Gatesy, Pablo 4 nows, how would you start your love letter to him if you do love him?
Arriba!
Arriba, mi amor!
Seriously, I agree with the other lads. I thought that his quality was lacking, sadly, on too many occasions. His work rate, you can never, ever fault with him. The fact that he got a goal, I think 7 is a fair mark for a goal scorer, and it was the decisive goal when all said and done. So I give him a 7. If it hadn't have been for that, I think it would have been a 6, and probably sort of like probably a low 6, if you know what I mean, sort of like borderline 5.
No
average.
No.
All right, Peach, your turn.
Oh, Pablito, we know
Or
we love
actually,
you.
I know how you are. Can you give us a quick stanza
I
on
know
how
this.
you would
This
intro?
is it, dog. Like
You're asking
Pablito.
the wrong person for anything
Shut.
quickly.
Yo, listen.
A quick
Pablito.
16 bars.
No, listen. This is my love letter to the man, dog. Pablito, we know you are great. You wear that number 8 and you put it all on the plate. And it's beautiful for you to see because at Oxford you did great. And you showed all the West Ham fans you were a man from the Thames Lakes, but it's not the lakes, it's the oceans. But let me show you. Pablito, we love what you do. In the under 20s on the left wing, we love what you do. David Moyes has transferred you into in a different team, in a different member on the team. That is true, because you're not so more wingy. You're more full back. That's true, or central. But Pablito, we love you. Pablito, we love you. This is my love letter to you, Pablito. We love you. Now, don't go missing in games, dog. Because, like, it's not going to hack it. You can't be the man wearing that claret and blue jacket. If you're going into games, like, you're insane and then fall. Because we want that Pablito. We want that Alpha. How do you say it? Alpha Cornador? Alpha Cornador?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying, no, Doc? You get what I'm saying?
We ain't doing the tango. We're all doing the rumba. Shut up, Peach, and give us a number.
No, you know what? I thought he played. Yo, big yourself up. I thought he played like typical today, like a bit under the weather. But my pops, and I told Lucas this, like, because Lucas was like, he was really disappointed. And I was like, my pops thinks the same thing. And my pops knows football. Like, he knows football. Like,
I felt the same with Lanzini today. Like, it was standard, and it was just missing a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And like, my pops is like, get rid of Alfornicador. And then, like, when he scores, he's like, oh, what a brilliant boy. But, like, we're taking the piss, right? But it's like, honestly, it's like I like what Fornals has in him. So I give him.
I think we all do.
Yeah. I'd give him an 8 on today's performance. I'd give him a 7. I agree with you guys. But you know he's capable of that 9, but he's also capable of that 6. And it's just like he's still young. How old is he, Lucas?
It's like
25.
25, 26.
He's not too old to get it right. Like
Jack we picked him up at 21 some months.
That's what I'm saying. And he was on fire on the wing, but now I think Moyes has an all-around player in him. If I'm talking football, I think Moyes has an all-around player in him.
One of the things that I like about Fornals, right, is that when he signed for us originally, when he signed for us, he was away on international duty with the under 23 for Spain.
21.
And sorry, the under 21s. You're right, Lucas. You are right. And he was kind of a bit part player. Hadn't really done anything throughout the whole tournament, but he was part of the squad. The day after, or the 2 days after he signed the contract with us, he came on as a sub, set up a goal, and scored one.
Not to look at it like, and I'm not trying to call you out on nothing. Like, not anybody in the chat, but was it like the under 21s or was it under 20s? Because I remember
it was under 21s, like Nations
World Cup.
League. Was it?
It was the under 21s World Cup.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah. No, that's fine. It's fine. But like what I'm saying is that from the moment he signed the contract, it was almost like something had sparked within him.
Yeah.
And then he came to us, and David Moyes ran him on a little bit by little bit. And he started showing little moments of brilliance and so on and so forth. But he's been consistently improving throughout his whole time at West Ham.
And Budgie, when we played in the FA Cup, He was the
Yep.
only one. After all the players ducked and dived into the dressing room, he was the only one that went to the away stands and basically said, like, he was bowing down, basically saying, like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
and that takes some balls to do.
Hell yeah.
And then you see the other day, I know Luke has seen this and Budgie seen all of you have seen this when he had his little Bubba and he's taking his little Bubba into the ground and he's singing, "Come on, you irons, come on, you irons." Like he is a real like Spanish Cockney. Like Clip's got it right.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
Exactly what it is.
He's the Spanish like he's the Spanish Jeff Hurst. Like, how you mean?
Just hope he's around next season.
So
That's a good question.
That's a contentious statement there,
That's a good
Gatesy. Come
question.
on.
I know, but that's a good question. That like opens up the wormholes right there.
It's gonna be crazy summer. Crazy summer.
I'm going to open my love letter for his rating as
Please, let's go.
Dearest Gladiator Pablocito.
Sounds like a romance novel, man. Come on.
I love it. I love it, Lawrence. I love it.
I love him.
I love
it. Dearest Gladiator Pablocito. Mi amor.
Done.
Mi amor, all Lord.
Done. With like a grilled sardine. There you go. Like, there you go, dog. Like,
just a true Cockney touch, eh? I'm gonna give Pablo Fornals. I think it's a deserved 7 for him scoring, but he really played it probably a 6 today. But I'm gonna give him a 7.
For the goal.
Again,
I give him an 8. I give him an 8.
Average, but he did what he was bought for. His foundational work as a grafter. He can play some passes here and there. His passing wasn't too great today, but again, you love him for what he brings to the pitch, and he did what he had to do today, and it pushed us over the line.
So we've done we've done the back 4.
There's one more person left in our 11.
And Charlito. Like how does the tune go, Doc? How does the tune go, Doc? Like, we can't get into this, man, without the tune, Doc. Straight up.
Which tune?
How you mean? It's our only striker, Doc. Are you playing with me?
What about? Sorry, I was watching the West Ham goal again. I can't.
You've got so much slam poetry material.
It's our only striker, dog. Antonio.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Sorry, I was Antonio. I was baffed. Sorry, I was sitting watching the goal again, and then you just went Charlito. I was like, "What happened? Something happened." I was confused. I apologize.
Squirrel.
I ain't playing it. Like, I'm
right.
Yo, Antonio.
Come on.
I still get limbs listening to the one Newcastle away when he scored. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
We'll start with Gatesy. Gatesy, give us your
Please.
rating and analysis on Mikel Antonio for what he plays, 66, 65 minutes.
And what do you think the injury is going to be? How serious do you think that is?
Well,
that
let him preach.
Oh, no.
What, is that question to me, Peach?
Yes, it's your turn.
It's to the headmaster.
Well, I think that the obvious one is it's his hammy, and if it is, well, he ain't playing on Thursday.
Yeah.
If that's the case, and it may well be that if it's a bad hammy, then he's possibly done for the season.
No.
Not buying but fingers crossed. It's nothing too serious, and he's back sooner rather than later. I think he worked hard, just didn't get any reward for that effort. But him obviously going off early, I think I'm going to give him a 6. But it could have been, had he stayed on the pitch for the rest of the game, he might have nudged up towards a 7. Who knows? But I'm going to give him a 6. 6 is not a bad score, let me say. A lot of people think 6 is a bad score, but it isn't. It really isn't.
Now, Gatesy, let me ask you about this, right? Let me ask you about this. Like, we've never been in this position ever in the world and throughout all of time. It's like Rise knows we've gone back in the DeLorean with 1.21 gigawatts. We can get a player from the Ukraine and Russia up
Just let
till
them have it.
April 7th, and that could be a striker. Now, do you think this might be a blind blessing where Antonio's done his hamstrings in and we're able to get a little whippersnapper to come in, do the business to the end of the season? Just saying.
I think the chances of David Moyes dipping into that particular market is somewhere between remote and zero.
Okay, but if you say Antonio's out for the rest of the season, why wouldn't he?
Because he's got Vlasic and Yarmolenko.
Just saying.
But he
Just
he,
saying.
I think
In that
like,
order, in
I
my
agree with
opinion.
that, but he'd like to
you know.
play them more on the wide. If there's like some player from Chile or Brazil,
He might not have a choice.
or
Might not have a choice.
Argentina, but he does have a choice. That's what I'm saying.
No, he don't.
Yeah, he
Not
does.
necessarily.
Yeah, he
Not
does.
necessarily.
The only thing I would counter with, Peach, is I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that the scenario now is not the scenario that it was in the transfer window back in January. But I do think that if there was a player that realistically was on David Moyes' radar in the previous transfer window, then why didn't we get them in?
Well, why wouldn't you look more? It's like okay, you went to a scavenger hunt for eggs, and then more eggs got dumped into the scavenger hunt like a month later. So you're not gonna get those like twirly whirly eggs. You're not gonna get those like eggs with like the toffee taffy inside, all them things. Like you're not gonna get the eggs like the mint chocolate that you want. They might have them. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a good place to look just to see if there's any physical players that could
we
help
talked
us
about
out.
that the other day, Peach.
We did.
You did not like my answer, and this is going to go towards Gatesy.
I know,
because there's only one player we're familiar with that's playing in Ukraine or Russia that I could only see us bringing in. That'd be a dire circumstance, and that'd be Fabian Balbuena.
See, I disagree with that. We let him go. Let him
That's
go.
the
He's
only
gone.
link I would
Forget about
see.
it.
But Peach, give us.
Go on.
Gatesy answered your question. He gave us a rating. You're next. Give us a rating on Mikel Antonio.
Mikel Antonio, I thought he was a 7. To tell you the truth, I think he could have got to an 8. The further he played, to see him go down like that is like Moyes is so. I don't know with Moyes, Doc, because like Moyes is like
none of us do.
No, I know, but it's almost
love that bastard though.
Oh, 100%, 100%. But it's like, if you go down with the injury, does he tell you to like kind of pull it off a bit more than it really is, to like have other teams sussing like, will this guy be fit for the next match or no? Like, he has that kind of streak in him. So I don't know. Antonio might be good to come out against like, we play Sevilla on Sunday before Tottenham, or Tottenham before Sevilla.
Sevilla then Tottenham.
Thursday.
Okay.
Tottenham Sunday.
Thank you, boys. So like, I don't know.
We play Sevilla on Thursday. Yeah.
Is it Thursday or Sunday?
Thursday.
And then we play Tottenham on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Prime time.
We're not playing two. We're not playing 2 games on Sunday.
No,
Don't worry about that.
Clocks went forward. I'm all like out of
We
whack.
can barely play 2 in a week.
Yeah, but only by an hour, Peach. Not 3 days.
I know, but clock's going forward. Just shut up, though. But like, clock's going forward. I'll show you, man. It messes with your mind. Like, my mind's like, wow, like the game was on. Like, anyways, okay. So we play Tottenham. No, we play Sevilla. Then we play Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday, Sunday. Okay, got you. So we play Sevilla and then we play Tottenham. You don't know if Moyes is doing this just like as like a shakeup. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't know if he's like, if that might have been like set up. That might have been like, if you get a touch or you get a knock, just go down like you're injured. So Sevilla, they won't be looking at you attacking them in the whole like the match that we're playing them on Thursday. They'll look at a different kind of like tactic, this, that, and the third. bang, that's Moyes' in. He is tactical like that. He's a Jose Mourinho like that. So I wouldn't put it past him. So no, all that said, after like a million hours, always, yeah, I'd say Antonio. A 7, but a 6 with what happened, but
A 6 with some gravy on it.
But it might be a 10 if it's all false and homeboy turns up with like a new leg, like Astro Boy, and it's like what, and like just takes Sevilla on like he got 2 new legs, like rocket
A
things.
6 with gravy on it. I like that.
All right.
Yo, Lucas
Lawrence,
knows,
Lawrence,
Lucas
please
knows,
give us a rating
Lucas knows,
on
dog.
Michael Antonio.
Lucas knows, dog.
Thank you for letting me follow that. I appreciate it. So, I'm going to go with a 6. You know, he did all right. I mean, it's not a bad score like everybody was saying. And I'm not going to, you know, regurgitate everybody saying, but I think it was a strong 6. Hopefully the injury's not too bad. Like I said, I was happy with the squad, so I say 6 for Antonio.
You know what I think? You know what I think we need in Antonio's position, Lawrence?
Some more gravy.
A striker.
Duke. I think Duke would do the business, dog. I ain't playing with you, dog.
He's a central defender.
I don't give 2 shits. So is Craig Dawson, but he scored goals. I don't give 2 business. You put you put a honky tonk hat on that man. You put him up front. Homeboy scoring like more goals than Pele, dogs. And Lawrence knows.
Budgie.
Lawrence knows, dog.
Budgie, please. Give us
yes,
a rating on
Lucas. Mikel Antonio, right? Okay, he's a worker, and he does work. You know,
he works hard to put gravy on the table.
He certainly does, and I really want to give him a 9, but I can't. I can't.
I love that though.
I can't give him a 9. I have to turn it upside down. So that becomes a 6.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the work rate is there. The product isn't.
Exactly.
You know, it's no good having a runner if he ain't got a bag for you. Do you know what I mean?
Charlie,
it's just not happening.
I like that.
Poor Charlie. Charlie's just sitting there probably falling asleep, dog. Like,
Reese, give us.
Hey, he'll come back with a bowl of cereal in a minute. You watch.
Oh, I got some Rice Krispies today.
It's written in the stars. He will.
I got a bowl of Rice Krispies today, dog.
We all know CW well enough to know he's got a bowl of cereal somewhere.
Or a pizza with pineapple on it. You can't forget
Reese,
that.
give us your player rating on Mikel Antonio. Sorry to disturb your supper. And you're muted.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
It'd be helpful if I didn't have my mic muted. It's I keep bloody yawning. That's why I got it muted. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 6 for Antonio. He just puts in the work, doesn't he? But he keeps going out left. And that really annoys me. If he's meant to be our central striker, why does he keep going out, drifting out left? But up until then, yeah, the minutes he played, I'll give him 6. If he stayed on, he could have scored.
And because Charlie is not here, we are going to do a community. Oh,
then he comes.
I sat down right as you said that. I sat down right as you said it.
This is what I was going to say. This is what I was going to say. We were going to do a round table community rating on what we think Charlie would have given him, and then we were going to average it out.
Do it. I back that.
Okay, so Reese, what do you think Charlie would have given Antonio?
I say a 7.
6.
Sorry, my name's not Reese, but I say 7.
All right, Budgie, what do you think Charlie would have given Antonio?
I think a 6.
Lawrence, what do you think?
6.
Jesus, y'all are no fun yet. Peach, what do you think Charlie would have given Antonio?
A 10.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm playing. I think it's 7.
I just added it.
Yeah. I think it's 7. I can do what I want to, dog. It's like Jenga. You can like.
Casey, what do you think Charlie would have given him?
Honestly, it's 7. Straight up.
I think he'd have given him a 6.
And
don't give it.
I think Charlie would have given him a 5. So we're gonna add that all up, divide by 1.
Charlie doesn't give him more than a 7. I'm never talking to him.
It comes out to
again.
a 6. So the round table averages out
And
to
that's
6.
funny you
Charlie,
said
what
that,
would you
too.
have given?
Yo, hold up. Just before you go on, that's karma too, because like I got these crisps the other day, right? And my dad is eating these crisps, and he's like, "These reminds me of the ones I used to eat when I was outside the round table." I'm like, "What? Like that sounds like some like I don't know, like some
King Arthur.
Henry V type shit, dog." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, that was the local, like where I used to live. It was called the Round Table, and when I was like at the front of the steps drinking the lemonade, having some crisps, these are the crisps taste like." I was like, "Oh, word." But yeah, anyways, Round Table.
Charlie,
that's weird.
player
That
rating
came
on
up.
Mikhail
That's
Antonio,
weird.
please.
That came up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
What? Yeah, maybe.
Charlie surprises me every day.
What's he gonna do, dog? What's he?
Hey.
Yo, 8.
Charlie, can you please give me your Can you please give me your famous?
Oh no!
This is an interesting one.
Hold on. This is like to call a friend. So he's just called a friend, and I'm the friend. He's just called a friend. Do you remember like what good Antonio did today, and what positions he got into today, and how he was able to cross the ball to said players today, and how he got himself around today? I'm selling Antonio right now, dog. Like I'm selling a prostitute.
But he's a striker, Peach. He's not meant to be crossing.
No, but a striker can do many different things. That's
He
what
does.
You're being tunnel minded.
If he's crossing it to the striker that he is, and there's no one there, it's not much point, is there?
Now let me
exactly,
Gates.
Exactly. Bollocks and brolics and swallows.
Reece, naughty step him.
No, brolics from the Chinese takeout and bollocks from like the
laundromat. Charlie.
That's it. He's been muted.
Charlie, please give us
nice one, Reece.
But please start off by saying it's an interesting one.
I mean, it is an interesting one, if we're being honest about it. It is quite interesting. I don't know.
What? You're speechless? Come on.
I don't know. All right, I'll talk it through. He was fine.
There you go.
Fine.
He was fine. I think he's still showing signs of getting better and more informed. Do I think he was good or great or anything like that? Probably not. But I'm starting to feel more positive about his performances of late, and that's only a good thing. The problem is, obviously, went off a bit early and he got injured. Right up until the point of his injury, I think he was doing fine. As much as what Gatesy said there about him crossing does piss me off, but. Like it pisses me off. He's constantly moving out wide, but I don't blame him because that's what he's been told to do. It frustrates the living daylights out of me. If anyone's who ever watched the watch along will know, every time he's wide, I'm like, Antonio's wide again. Here comes across to nobody, if that.
It annoys you like the last hair on your bullocks.
It's exactly. But I can't. I'm not too angry. I can't blame him for it. I think as a performance. I'm sorry,
It's
Pete.
funny though.
It's probably a light.
That
6.
was beautiful. That was beautiful.
All right, the round table was correct.
Yeah,
and hey, we all played a part into getting to that 6 average. So thank you all. We played a part.
Piss off.
Let me just address this comment.
Peach, if it wasn't for your guess, we wouldn't have gone to a 6.
No.
Mathematically speaking.
Let me address this comment by Cyber.
What else is coming?
I was eating, you know, them American pancakes.
The pancakes, the American
fluffy ones. I had them with a load of syrup on it.
All right.
But like, yo, no, I saw Antonio like.
I think we got a new
guest. Let me ask.
I think Zippy's arrived. Hello, Zippy.
Yes.
Hello, boys and girls. Hello.
Yeah, there he is. There's the play. Zippy and the rainbow thing, isn't it? It's the Zippy and the rainbow thing, dog. Big up Zippy and the rainbow, dog.
And I've got to say, I thought that Aston Villa went down more often than Mia Khalifa.
And now we have Wally in the building. Rah, rah,
Wally,
rah,
my
rah.
man.
Rah, rah, rah.
So this, I'm just saying.
Is it time to take the subs?
No,
we rating
we
subs
gotta
now?
do the whole
we're about.
shit. We gotta do the whole shit again.
Yeah, we gotta start all over again. This is the fourth time.
And then
This shit
Wally,
No,
Wally,
no,
let me
no.
show you. Wally, let me show you. Your boy Lucas has been running two things, dog, straight up like a G, like
Yeah,
a G,
he's
dog,
quality.
I mean, I
like
cannot
a
Yeah.
G, dog.
overemphasize. We've restarted 4 times.
Trust me.
Yeah.
At
Yo,
least, at least.
This is my second pot of coffee, for goodness sake, Wally. Come on.
This is,
Oh, I think,
Hold
I
up.
think I'll leave
Wally,
one.
listen, we're
nice,
not gonna
nice.
stop now. Wally, you're gonna give us
I'm
your
only here.
ratings. Start with Fabianski. What are you giving him?
No, I'm only here to rate one player. I'm here for the sub rating.
You
Frederick.
gotta rate all
I only
of
do
them. You got like quick, fast, like Jeopardy
10 out
games,
of
dog.
10, Frederick. Ryan Frederick, 10 out of 10.
Fabianski. What's Fabianski getting, dog?
Hey, first of all, I want to complain. These Canadians, look what they sent us. They sent us all this white stuff
Those damn
yesterday.
Canadians.
I'm really annoyed.
Piss on the Canadians. They're pieces of shitses. Straight up, 100%. But Wally,
Damn Canadians from South Detroit.
Says the only one on the panel.
idiots, dog. Idiots. I know. Only I know. But yo, Wally, Fabianski, what's your rating?
Fabianski, 9.
Okay,
Ben.
Dawson.
Dawson, 7.
Zuma.
Zuma, 7.
Dope. Cresswell.
Cresswell, 6.
Okay, Ben Johnson.
Johnson, 6.
Suchek.
8.
Dope. Rice. I like that though.
Yeah.
That's what I
9.
rated.
Rice, 9.
Right, that's what I rated him too. See, you know, dog. Like, yo,
Man
Philadelphia
knows all.
and Toronto got it
Lanzini.
down, straight up. No,
Thought you
not
said
yet,
that with some
dog.
conviction.
No, not
Get
yet,
on
dog.
with
it.
Not yet,
Come on.
dog. Not yet. The boy who's like kind of like mismatched colors. 4 now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, him.
Fornals. You got to go 7.
4 now, you gotta go 7. You know what? I appreciate that score. I do appreciate that score. Real talk, I appreciate that score, man. And then the one on the other side, it wasn't Bowen, it was
I
Vlasic.
appreciate it more.
100%.
No, I
Benrahma?
appreciate it more.
100%.
Yes, Ben Rama.
We love that. Yes. Go on.
Yeah, Ben Rama, I would give him a 7 because he set up the 2 goals, but he had some periods where he was just rubbish. So
There you go, bud.
But he had periods when he was like the Harry Potter of like the what game did they play? Like
Quidditch.
Quidditch.
Yeah. He was the
Oh,
coolest.
talking of Quidditch, Peach, you've
Yo.
forgotten the chat. Anyway, go on, carry on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm enjoying myself with you
Wally,
guys, dog,
Lanzini.
honestly.
Lanzini, 6, I guess. I don't.
Antonio. Here we go. Antonio, dog.
I would give him a 6 too. He was walking around a lot, as you.
And that, folks, is the 4th time around. We are now finally.
That's the 4th time Peach got like executed, dog.
We are finally moving on to the subs.
Like Charlie didn't agree with me. You didn't agree with me. Gucci didn't agree with me.
You better not come.
Can we leave Fredericks till last just to make sure that Wally stays with us?
No, Fredericks gets a 10 out of 10, dog. Just because Wally's on the stream, Fredericks gets a 10 out of 10, dog. But it's like, I don't believe all y'all went so like hating on Antonio. Like, bah humbug. Like, watch what you get in your Christmas stockings this year, dog. Like, Wally told me the secret. Y'all don't know the secret.
Read.
Like, you think y'all know the secret? Haha, you don't. Wally told me the secret.
We're gonna start off with Fredericks. Quick rating.
No, brethren.
Sorry, go on.
Nothing's quick here.
Who are you starting off with?
Fredericks.
Fredericks.
Got him.
I'm going to give him a 6 as well. I'm going to give him a 6 because I didn't really watch the second half because I was charging my phone ready for this. So from what I hear, he played decent, but not great. So I'm just going to give him a 6. He's still going on, so I'm going to keep him muted until he notices.
Frederick's rating.
Who are we talking to?
Fredericks, Budgie.
You.
Oh, me. Oh, gosh. Fredericks, well... Yeah, go on. I'll give him a 6 as well. Yeah, I'll give him a 6.
No, this is
If he'd have been on the pitch longer,
like
I may have gone to a 7. It's a very strong 6. It's a very strong 6 or a really weak 7.
Gatesy, Frederick's rating.
Completely agree with what Budgie's saying. I think because he wasn't on the pitch for that long, it's difficult to make a case for him being a 7 unless he gets involved in an assist or scores a goal. But 6 is not a bad score for someone that's come on as a substitute with 20 odd minutes of the game left.
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Yep.
Now my rating depends on one thing. Wasn't it Fredericks who was on the right side and had to pass to the center and somebody missed the opportunity to score? Wasn't that Fredericks that passed it to the center? He had one attack when he just came on. When he came down, he was on the right, and he passed it into the box, and somebody missed that. And I think it was Fredericks. So I'm going to give him. I think that was him. So I'm going to claim it. I'm going to say 7 because I thought when he came on, he did well at that. So, and Cresswell, in my opinion, right now, we needed to bring somebody else in but I'm going to give him a 7. We got to start again. Jesus. I got ribs on the grill, man. Come on.
I'm broken. I'm broken.
Mr. Frankel, how are you, sir?
Game changer. It was me all along. It was me again.
Oh, no.
Get out of it.
You just witnessed a broken man.
I kind of noticed he said Adam Frankel.
I couldn't remember what he puts as his name, so I just used his Twitter.
Hey, Charlie, ask me. Can you answer my question? Wasn't it Fredericks that when he came in and he had a pass to the center? I was watching along and I was following it that somebody could have scored. It was a nice pass to the center and we just didn't material. Wasn't that Fredericks?
Yeah, it was.
You remember?
Yeah.
You remember? So I'm gonna give him a 7. I thought he came in quality for that. I didn't see any mistakes. I can understand 6 being for me like an average type of thing, but 7 because that was a nice pass.
Charlie, what are you giving Fredericks?
I'd say a low 7, but a low 7 in terms of the small amount of time he actually had on the pitch. If he played a full game, then I'm sure the rating would be completely different. But given the impact he came on, I thought he was good going forward.
I was literally just about to ask Peach what he was going to rate him.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm gonna. Okay, Wally's gonna go next in place.
Wally, have to ask Wally.
11 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 for Fredericks.
No, honestly, it doesn't match his 10 performance from 2019, but so I got to go with a strong 9. Strong 9.
Yes. Peach, give me your rating on Fredericks.
Oh, he's disappeared again. I'm on mute for his back.
He bent the wall. Did you see it?
He bent the wall.
Oh my god!
Guns.
This is truly wild style.
That's why it's called random.
I can't hear a word he's saying. I'm not muting him.
Only here on West Ham Random.
Oh yeah.
That's why it's random.
Until he comes back, I'm gonna give Fredericks a 6 out of 10. I thought he was bright when he came on.
Yeah.
I can't blame you.
Yeah, that's about right.
6 or 7.
He was
5.
Again, everyone has a different player rating scale. Like me,
Scale,
6 is average, 5 is below average. Yeah. And I thought he was decent. Peach.
Let's go around table because he still can't be heard. He's still on mute. Let's go around table and see what
he's not on mute. I muted him.
He's not muted.
No, he's muted himself.
Oh my god, he's going through the wall. How's he doing it?
Peach, can you put your subtitles on, mate?
It's like the Kool-Aid guy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's gone through the wall now.
Listen, I've got a dash. What are the final ones that I need to do quickly? I'll do them now. Quick, I'll run through them.
Yarmolenko and who else?
Diop.
Diop.
Oh yeah, Diop.
No rating.
6. No rating. No rating or a 6. It's like NA.
Yeah,
just whatever.
DNP, but did not play. Did not participate.
Yeah. He made one pass though. I did see that in the stats. He did do one pass, so that was exciting. Yarmolenko 8, solid 8. I thought he was really good. I thought he was really good, and not just for his goal. He got involved really well, created opportunities, nice movement. Yeah, banging performance. What a boy. What a boy.
I've got a quick question for you before you go.
Go on.
Wheels or doors?
I will speak to you all later. I will speak to you all later.
Charlie, lovely to see you as usual, mate.
All right, Charlie, take care, buddy.
Charlie, take care.
That's it, mate.
We'll go around. We'll start with we'll leave the man of the hour for last. No, we're not even gonna rate Diop. So let's jump into Andre Yarmolenko. I think we can all agree, absolute limbs moment.
Yeah.
Absolutely unreal. I don't want to say, I want to choose my words here carefully because I don't know how to describe it. I'm just proud. I'm happy for him, especially with everything that's going on. And I just had a feeling. I even tweeted. I was like, if this guy scores, it's just going to go mental. Absolutely limbs today. And the fact that he was the one that put us up 1-0 at the time, and the circumstances he came in under, as well with personal stuff, I thought it was absolutely brilliant, and I'm very well pleased for him. Let's start with Wally. Are you there?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here. Yes. Yes.
All right. Give us your Yarmolenko rating.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. When he put that in, and it was a beauty. I mean, the way he touched it and then flicked it in with the back. I think it was like the back of his left foot. He did. It was marvelous.
Outside the boot.
Anyway.
Outside boot. Yeah.
Yeah, that was brilliant. So I'll tell you what. I shed a tear when that went in. I was so happy for him.
You're not the only one,
I got to
mate.
give him an 8. Yeah, I got to give him an 8.
Lawrence.
Same thing, a strong 8. You couldn't, like I said, you couldn't have scripted this any better. Him coming on with all the emotion and all the stuff, and for him to score that, and you saw his celebration, he just broke down because all the weight of this stuff that's going on.
The pictures captured in that moment.
Yeah, and then while we were talking, I got to see an interview, and he talked. And he was grateful. And it was just so definitely. All that being said, he did come in. He played strong. He when he came in, it seemed like our offense picked up some more.
Yeah,
so,
and it's so easy. It's so easy to think about all the other. What's the polite word to use? The negative moments that he may have provided us, but this outweighs it all. Honestly, it was just again, you can't really describe it. The unity, just things fall into place for a reason. Fortune's always hiding.
Yep.
Teammates
giving a lot of support, so it's good.
Literally, we did look everywhere, and that just falls into our laps, which is absolutely insane. Budgie, Yarmolenko rating, and gospel if you choose.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think the phrase that you may have been searching for, Lucas, was that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 1 right can certainly change more than 1 wrong. So I think, Yarmolenko has kind of redeemed himself really well today. We've been accusing him, me particularly, and others that I've heard, have accused him of being lazy and uninterested, etc., which, we all believe to be true.
It wasn't undeserved.
Yeah, exactly.
No. We all believe that whatever criticism we've heaped on the man has been deserved and true to how we sit. But today was a very special day. I mean, the guy, we all feel for him. You know, there's war in his country. He's fearful for what his family are going through, etc., etc. You know, and rightfully so. He's been granted some leave, and you know, he's taken that on board. He's come back. He's made himself available and fit for duty. He's come on. He's made a massive impact on the game. And you know, I mean, look, if this had been a 60-minute appearance for Andrei Yarmolenko, I'd be getting up near double figures for the man.
Big
I've
praise,
got to give him.
Larry. Big
I've
praise, Larry.
got to give him at least a strong 8, a really, really strong 8 for the minutes.
Casey, what about you? Give us some gospel.
If you take into account, I mean, the guy must be going through absolute hell on earth.
Absolute mental crisis.
To
say the least.
I mean, let's look at his career as a whole at West Ham. You know, he came in, he started off well, scoring goals, getting assists. Then he gets an injury in a home game against Tottenham, and I don't think, in all honesty, he's ever really been the same player for us since. I mean, yes, he had the goal against Chelsea in the season after we came back from lockdown. But
and he did get Jose sacked at United. Let's not forget.
Yep. But you know, if we're being honest, since that Chelsea game, there's not really been an awful lot that we can really look at Andrei Yarmolenko for in a positive light. And a lot of the criticisms that we all levelled at him, in my opinion, have been perfectly fair and valid. That being put to one side, today I thought he showed a great deal of character. I thought he showed in the execution of the goal what a tremendously skilled exponent of football he really is. I am going to give Andrei Yarmolenko a 10.
Ooh, fair.
Nicely
and I don't
said,
think
Rob.
any of us will disagree with that.
That was very,
nicely said, Rob.
100%.
Reese, give us your gospel on Andrei
Do
Yarmolenko.
you want me to give the rating first or my explanation?
Whatever you want to do. This is West Ham Random, baby.
Well, yeah, exactly what Rob said. Like,
We do what we want. We do what we want on West Ham Random. We do what we want.
We'll go about Johnny Sins again in a minute. Don't worry. But yeah, like I tweeted out earlier, like he came into the club, played well and stuff, got a horrific injury, and then had the fans on his back. Like, given most of it was understandable why we were on his back, and coming back from that injury couldn't have been easy because he's probably going to be worried about going into challenges and stuff and that. And then like he's played a really good game today, and he's got all this shit going on in his country, and he's worried about his family. He can't really do much to help him out and stuff. So he's going through a world of hell at the moment. See him come on off the bench and score a goal like that, and then see him crying and stuff. It broke my heart. Like, I just felt so happy for him that he was happy to score and stuff. So he's got to get a 9 for me.
Beach, if you can hear us, if you feel like coming back or putting in the chat your rating and gospel, please. We would love to hear from you. I am going to give, you know, I heard him for a second. I heard him. But, I mean.
He's getting told off by Mama Peach.
all of you are bang on. I mean.
I've got a Snapchat from Mr. Adam Frankel.
All of you are bang on. I, again, just can't even fathom mentally what he's going through, having to watch the news every day, seeing stuff online probably, and then hearing stuff from his family, relatives, all that. It's got to be difficult. And like you guys said, he came in, played well, got Jose sacked. That's enough in my book. Beat Chelsea to help us. And we all know he's technically skilled, but just after that injury wasn't the same, and criticism rightly deserved in my opinion. But today, when he came on, magical stuff. Again, just can't even. I don't even know how stuff like this happens at West Ham, but I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10, not only for the goal, but the header that he went in for at the end too on Buendia. That's to me, that just like kind of not turned a page, but that really just solidified like this meant a lot to him because we've never seen him do that.
Yeah.
Like he went full in on Buendia to win that header at the end to try and seal us the game, and I think 10 out of 10 is going to be my score.
Very good.
We will. Do we want to give Moyes a rating, the ref a rating, anything like that?
Nah, fuck that. That'll take another 2 hours.
Did we get a rating from Lawrence?
Did you give us? Yeah.
Yeah, for Yamo, I started off. I gave him a strong 8.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Same as I.
Peach,
Oh no, it's back.
It was about -3.
Here we go. The build up. We're waiting.
Peach in the house.
He probably just screamed, "Bollocks! I can't find my headphones."
Where's my key? Where's my keys? Where's my keys?
Oh no, we're not on another 2 hour stream of him looking for his keys.
What about Wally? Did you give him a rating, Wally?
Lose his shit.
Wally gave him an 8, I think, or a 9.
Oh, okay.
Put on another hat.
I gave him an 8.
Release, oh Lord.
Right. Okay, I've got one. I'll go on. For the game
It's taken so long.
Well, if Antonio's not starting for Sevilla,
That's right. It's over a cider.
of course he's still got a side of his peach. Yeah, if Antonio's not going to be starting, if he's still out injured for Sevilla,
there we go.
We don't know what's happened with Vlasic. Would we play Yarmolenko up front?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, right now.
I would.
Right now, I would.
Because
after that,
I don't know, because we've not played. Like, I know Yarmolenko since his injury, we've not really played him up front, have we? He's just been out on the wing. So I want to see.
But can you imagine what kind of a boost that would give him, though? Like for the start of the game, like if David Moyes was to say to him, "Right, listen, Antonio's out. I want you to start up front."
And it would
Andre will go.
It would be a decent match for him too, because I mean, against Sevilla, it's not like we were counterattacking a whole lot. The game was very slow paced.
Yeah.
Can I just say I'm not going to comment on the Sevilla game? I can't comment on the Sevilla game. I slept through the whole thing.
Oh, also, I am now visibly passing the hosting torch onto Reese. I have done my bit. I've done my service.
You did excellent, Lucas. Excellent.
You've done a really good job.
I am withdrawing.
Thanks,
I'm withdrawing from the army, and I'm gonna be like Lawrence and stay retired until I guess World War IV pops up in the United States or something. I don't know, but I'm done hosting. I will now answer questions that are coming to me.
I will take back over.
Round of applause.
I've got a question. It's been going around quite a lot on social media over the past couple of days. And I asked Charlie, wheels or doors? What is there more of in the world?
Wheels.
Wheels.
Don't be dark. Got to be doors.
We can't have it. I guess cars.
Is there an actual answer to this or no?
Well, there must be. And I think it's going to be doors, right? Because right, let me put it this way. Oh, hang on though.
Yeah,
doors in the house. But
I'm just thinking if there's a tower block with, say 50 apartments in it, that's at least 65 doors, right? Including fire doors. That's including fire doors and stuff. So it's a minimum of 65 doors. Let's call it 100 doors with 50 flats, right? No, what did I say? 25 apartments. Let's just say. It's 100 doors, right?
Yeah.
Each of them might have a car.
Yeah, and then you got 3 or 5. You got 3 or 5 door cars.
Yeah.
So
four into a car. Sorry.
Don't forget the spare.
And the steering wheel.
Yeah. And the steering wheel.
Then if you look at
good.
Real quick.
If you look
Craig
at trucks,
Dawson had 94% passing accuracy today.
What a ball!
Who did?
Really?
Craig Dawson.
But then
see, that's what I'm talking about.
Look at HGVs; they're 6x2
16 wheelers and that, aren't they?
Can I ask a question?
The tractor unit. Yeah, go on.
And you got to think about the cars that only have 2 doors.
Who counted?
No, it's an open question. That's the thing.
That's interesting.
But like, as I was saying, HGV, the track unit of them is a 6x2, which means it's got 8 wheels at the back and 2 on the front. So it's 10 wheels, and it's only got 2 doors on it. So that is like that. And then you've also got wheels on like fridges, freezers, office chairs, bicycles, motorbikes. Like, but then you got buildings, and then you got doors, you got buildings and stuff.
Can we ban him?
Who was banning?
Put you on a naughty step, Reece. Come on, that's a question we don't really want to be answering on a Sunday night.
Well, okay, we want something else then. We want something else.
I'm drinking coffee as it is.
Reece, I
sober
appreciate you
myself up.
asking the hard questions that
I like
the
it.
world
It's a
needs
thinking
answered.
It's a thinking question.
I got a much more
I got
important
some
question
stats.
than that.
Yep.
Here's a question.
Blondes or
I did
redheads?
some
Is that what
stats
you're going to
yesterday.
ask?
What?
I
No,
worked it out yesterday.
Budgie.
Yes, Rob.
What's your favourite coffee?
Ooh. What are we talking about?
Yo,
Brand
Bridget,
or are we talking about
listen, hold
the way it comes to you? Like,
hold it tight.
are we talking latte, cappuccino, that kind of thing?
No, I'm putting
Well,
myself off.
is there any particular coffee bean that you favour?
Italian blend coffee. That's my favourite.
Haven't ever had what's it called? Is it Black Ivory coffee? I think it's called. You ever heard of that?
Not to my knowledge, no. But I will give it a look.
I think it's the most or one of the most expensive coffees you can get. Basically, they feed the coffee beans to elephants, and the elephants ship them out.
Oh, Jesus.
And then using those coffee beans, they make coffee, and I think they sell it at about $50 a cup.
Yeah, all right, okay. Well, I won't bother looking that up
coffee.
then. Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
But that's like that. That's like. Nice one, Peach.
That was a bit random.
He's talking, but we cannot hear him.
Yeah, there's that one with the monkeys that eat it and then they drop it out, don't they?
Apparently, they reckon it takes, sort of like coffee can be a little bit bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They reckon that the enzymes in the stomach. What the fuck is he doing?
What are you doing?
Who
Pete?
knows?
Peach, stop pressing button.
Right.
Here we are.
As I was saying
again.
about the wheels and doors thing. I did a quick hack. I did some maths yesterday on it. Between this is only stats vehicles
You've
in
got
the UK.
too much time on your hands.
Oh, I like stats and stuff. But yeah, I did stats and wheels outdid doors to do with vehicles in the UK by approximately about 18 million through my average stats.
Oh,
there you go.
I will sleep soundly now that I have this piece of knowledge.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I can go to my grave safe in the knowledge of this.
Does that mean I can stop counting hairs on my head now?
Yes.
Reece?
Yes.
How many grains of sand are there in the Sahara Desert?
Lord.
Do you really want me to go out there and count them all?
500 quadrillion.
I'm trying to think of the biggest number in the world. It's impossible to tell.
Well,
don't sit on the fence.
Yeah.
have a count up.
Okay.
West Ham just won, and we're counting doors, wheels, and sand.
How long is a piece of string?
Depends how long big you cut it.
Okay,
yeah,
so
with that, we move on to something a bit more. Hey, you know that you're muted or not?
I'm not sure he does, Athers.
He's been talking for a long time, enjoying himself.
We're just letting him get on with it.
He's just getting muted for a minute. It is what it is.
Who's he talking to? Does he know?
I haven't muted
I
him.
reckon he's chatting some bird up on Tinder or something. I don't know.
Probably. I've not muted him. So he's obviously
He's muted himself. You've muted yourself, Pete.
I muted myself. I did. Real talk. I fucking muted myself. Real talk.
Only for about the last 20 minutes, though, so it's fine.
To be fair, I muted myself earlier.
It should have been longer than that, dog. It should have been longer than that, dog. How do you mean? Let's okay. Favorite. What, man? What, like? Okay, I said favorite. Somebody has to come up saying like what favorite. So I said favorite, and then it goes to somebody else, and they're like favorite what, and then it'll be like favorite flavor or favorite destination or favorite what. So I said favorite. I put it out there. What is somebody else saying to that?
Favorite
Sexual
what?
position.
Oh,
okay,
Jesus.
now somebody has to come off with that and say, what?
Rodeo. I like the rodeo. I like the rodeo position.
Imagine if you had a gal that was riding you
A
and
nice
doing
home
like that
cooked
whole
meal.
like yeehaw shit.
That's where you call out the girl's sister's name and see how long you can hold on for.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's funny, buddy.
Clever.
Not Buckaroo.
You never heard of the Dirty Pirate?
Yeah, he kicked himself, didn't he, the stupid cunt? And then he mucked up his
Oh.
eye. And then he mucked up his eye.
It's a good thing we've not got enough subscribers to be monetized because we would be demonetized at this point.
I know, but that's
but to
real
be fair,
though.
we don't care. We don't care though.
No, we don't. But like the pirate dog, he like did himself in because like what, she kicked him in the shin and then like punched him in the eye or something, and he was like a one-eyed pirate, like jumping around. Two things, man. Stupid. What's it like? Yeah.
Anyone watching anything new on Netflix or anything? Any new series anyone's watching?
You know what I want to watch, dog? I want to watch Adam Project. I don't know why. I want to watch that. It's with like Ryan Reynolds in it.
I've seen people posting about it and stuff, but I've no idea what it is.
You know what I've been into lately has been not Kieran, Clive knows this, is the Hangar One files.
Oh yeah,
It's like
you
all the
said about that.
UFOs and shit, like, and they come in and it's serious, dog. Like, yo, proven.
Do you know what I'm watching? This is the second time, no, the third time now I'm watching it. I'm actually watching a series called Designated Survivor.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Great show.
I've heard that's good.
Oh, mate, this is my third time round watching it. I love it.
So.
Brethren, can I show you? Can I show you my mother?
Lucas has definitely done the pirate.
Brethren, I'll show you. My mother's. Yo, who ate all the pies? Who ate all the pies? You fat bastard, you ate all the pies. But let me show you this, dog. I'll show you this, man. My mother, her best friend, who lives in Ontario, her son is best friends with Kiefer, whatever his name is, Sutherland.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he does that show, and that show, top quality, dog.
It is.
That
show started while I was in university, and I watched it all the way through.
But they shoot that shit in Toronto, dog, and it's like they just like have like the outlines, the shell of like Washington, but it's all shot in Toronto on Yonge Street. Wow, I went live up there. But yeah, it's all shot
I'll be watching something new as well.
Yeah, I've been trying. You know what? I thought it was a television
Thomas
series.
the Tank Engine.
No, Brethren, I started watching this.
I don't know, do I?
No,
Magic Roundabout.
Yo, Reese, Rise. I'll show you this. I started watching this thing last night, and I thought it was a series, but it wasn't, dog. But it was wicked. It was like kind of out there, and it was called the Hyperonius, like HYEEP hold on, HYPEERON iOS, something like that. Hyperonius. No, brethren, it was mad. It was no, brethren, it was mad. It was like, these people had superpowers and thing, and I thought it was like a show. So I was like, I'm getting tucked in to watch like 10, 12 episodes of this thing. Nah, that didn't happen. Same thing as like that movie from Australia didn't happen. The tourist thing. But it's like, I started watching 2 things. I'm like, this might be good. But yeah, after the show came to an end. But what is a show right now, which looks dope, is Winning Titles. And it's the boy that like basically bought the LA Lakers when Magic Johnson was getting drafted. And it looks insane.
Give me a minute.
It looks insane. Winning Titles. Or Winning Times.
What's it about? Basketball.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not. It is, but it's not. If you get me, Budgie, like it is, but it's not. It's more so about like this boy who had a shitload of money wants to buy a National Basketball League team, buys it, gets Magic Johnson rather than what's his face, Larry Bird, because he was the white guy. Everybody wanted him, but like he got Magic Johnson, and he made that like LA Lakers into an empire. And there's only 1 episode, so that's the first one. The second one is the start of YouTube, which is called Super Amped, and there's 2 episodes. It's super dope. You have to watch it. It's amazing, dog. Like, and it's real talk. It's real talk. It's like
that real spiel.
Well, they did it, didn't they? They mucked all the taxi drivers off the road from like LA to Pittsburgh to flipping New York to Canada to England to Dubai to Russia to everywhere, really. You know what I mean? They, like, homeboy did his thing.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do, dog. That's what I'm gonna do, dog.
I've been watching something. I think Duke would like. I think Duke would like what I'm watching. It's called The Ranch. It's on Netflix.
What's that? What's that about, dog?
Oh God!
Oh, it's about like
The Ranch. Have a guess.
Yeah, have a guess.
No, because there's one. No, the reason I asked that, dog, and this is real talk. The reason I asked this. No, hold up. Hold your tight little socksy bottoms on, dog. Let me show you. There's this one called Skinwalker Ranch. And it's like they have so much like paranormal UFO like activity up on the place there. It's mad. And that's Skinwalker Ranch. No skin.
Skywalk.
No skin. Like,
really?
100%, dog. I know my 2 things in the jelly bean,
all right.
dog.
All right.
100% Skinwalker Ranch. Go search it up right now and you'll be like, oh, Pete, I wish I listened to you. But yeah, Skinwalker.
It is Skinwalker, yes.
Thank you, Wally. See,
and that's on Netflix, is it?
I don't know what the flip it's on, dog, but it is like, you can't stop watching it. It's mad.
Have you watched? Have you watched Vikings?
I'm not into them things.
No. Well, anyway, I'm gonna head off, guys, because I keep yawning and I'm tired, and I'm gonna get an early night.
All right, mate. Good. Well, good luck with the with the job thing. I hope you get.
Yeah, I'll let you all know when I know.
You about that,
I'll let you all.
Yeah,
I'll let you all know when I know about it. But
no,
right, nice.
Big up yourself, straight up, real talk. And you know what? This is.
I'm forever blown.